Alright, so, yeah, when I tried to save, I accidentally clicked, so, yeah, just so you guys know, that's why the text is yellow now. But before we get into this, I wanna say 2 things. First of all, I'm recording a bit differently because, I'm home right now, and it's Christmas Eve, but I really wanted to record more of this, so I'm recording differently, so, the audio levels are probably a bit different. So if it sounds weird, that's why, but I didn't wanna wait to record. And also, I wanted to upload another thing on Christmas. And another thing is, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. You know, it may or may not be as long as the previous videos I've been uploading for the series. But I wanted to make sure I had an upload for Christmas too. And of course, this would be the perfect one to do it with. So, even though we got to Christmas last time in the game, I still want to play more. So, but after this will probably be the last time I do one of the longer videos, if it is longer. Well, maybe, or either after this or the day after Christmas. But also, Merry Christmas, because when I upload this, it'll be Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you're all having a great one. And yeah, let's get back into the craziness that's happening. We went back in time. If I remember, if I remember correctly, I went to check on Yune's rehearsal session next. This is before I ordered. What? This is before I offered to help play the organ for her. No, wait. I was hoping Yune might be here.
ユネか。ユネは普段チャペルにいるけど、今日は外で見かけたな。
Why is she usually outside? Actually, while on the hunt for the elusive Yune, I ended up running into Yoshi in the Atelier. In the interest of not causing some kind of butterfly effect, I should just follow the script for now. See, that's probably a good idea, but also, again, we kind of need to change things because, like, the tragedy. I can't forget about my original goal, but my friendships is equally important to me, too. That's fair. I'll switch things up later. Then, as if pretending this is my first read-through, I let Yoshi tell me where Yune is. My first read-through. I found Yune practicing, and we established the same friendship we had the first time. Oh, I almost forgot. There was one more place I went. Alright. The nude modeling. Crap. Well, you know what we gotta do. You can't sweet talk me into it this time. Knowing exactly what waits for me in the 7th Atelier makes it even harder for me to force myself inside. Maybe I don't have to go. But that unfortunate sort of bonds I'm posing nude for her. At least I hope not. Man, I don't know, man. The Pingus does some crazy things sometimes. How's by not going, I'm actually changing the course of our friendship for the better. I probably shouldn't have gone the first time either. Wait, are we really not going? Using my insider knowledge is a little unfair, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, actually not going. I thought he was still gonna go. That night. Okay. Last time I spent the evening practicing, but not this time. A clandestine strategy meeting with only one person in attendance. Yuna should be here with me, but unfortunately, she doesn't remember anything. Just like Noah, I found myself left to put together a plan on my own. To be fair, I wouldn't be here at all if it wasn't for Yuna sending us flying back through time. Our goal is to save the town, even if Yuna doesn't exactly remember it. Part of me feels like I merely dreamed the first timeline, although the fact that everyone's actions and words have been reset proves otherwise. Her losing her memory seems like a precondition for time travel. The reason we have to save the town is because of an apocalyptic tragedy that occurs on Christmas. Catastrophic flames framed by a fierce wind engulf everything in town in scorching heat. The aurora, which originally acted as a firewall, ultimately traps everyone inside the burning town. As it stands, there are so many questions and so few answers. First, what caused the fires to begin with? Were they natural or man-made? All I saw were the veritable pillars of flames ravaging the town. But there could have been more going on, like a huge earthquake or a seismic shift. What caused those fires? If I could figure that out, I could plan out how to deal with them. But of course, that's mainly why I'm here. Keeping the town safe is why I traveled through time in the first place. Why did it happen? Both the fires themselves and what caused them are unclear to me right now. Is my only option to methodically comb through town for anything flammable and destroy it? The first target was Savetta, then the academy, the shopping district, and finally our dorms. It seemed to be in order. Considering each fire was marked by the sound of a blast and an earthquake, it's reasonable to assume they were caused by explosions. There's a chance it was just some unknown active volcano nearby that erupted. In other words, a natural disaster. If that's true, then all we can do is make a more effective contingency plan and hope for the best. If the blaze started from a tiny accident, then better fire safety precautions should be sufficient. Was it a coincidence that it happened on Christmas, though? That a volcano just happened to erupt exactly on Christmas seems almost too good to be true. The day itself doesn't mean anything, although there's no denying how important it is here. If everyone's celebrating throughout town, there were far more open flames, like candles, than usual. That bonfire, surrounded by crowds of people, was an accident waiting to happen. One careless person is all it takes for a small fire to spread out of control. It makes sense. Yeah, it's very true. That still doesn't explain the seemingly prearranged nature of the fires. Seriously? Not again. I'm unable to remember the exact interval between each fire, but it definitely felt like explosions. Explosions. When I think of explosions, there's only one girl who comes to mind. Are we like suspecting Kiri? Cause like, I don't think she'd do all that. I mean, like, she's crazy, but she's not that crazy. And the fact of the matter is, I have no idea where she was that night. Oh my gosh, we're actually suspecting her. Finding Kiri's hat is what drove me over the edge into the hopeless despair. I really don't want to believe the worst. No, I don't think it was her. It can't be her. Again, she's not that insane, even if she does love explosions. I guess, though, to be fair, could have been accidentally. Oof. Huh. Is there a natural phenomenon that could somehow cause excessive explosions? Regardless, the town's completely ill-equipped to deal with fires. They've never had one. Sorry, I had to make sure I was recording. I was worried for a minute. Sister Lily is the person to go for this type of concern. Still, a fire of that magnitude is way beyond someone accidentally tipping over a candle. What if it was set on purpose? Arson. There's a possibility someone set the fires on purpose because it was Christmas. What kind of Grinch is this? Although the implication is horrifying. I have to come up with an escape route, keeping the course of events from the long night in mind. If only I knew the origin of the fires. We just got here. This fire. How did this happen? Yoji had been in the school when it caught fire, but he had no idea where it started or why. None of the panicked people rushing past us in the streets were of much use either. Where was everyone else? Where was everyone else when all this went down? The three of us stuck together all night, but I never saw other friends ever again. Where were Kiri, Sakia, Guido, and Kota during that blazing madness? They were originally in the Atelier, setting up for Yune's party. Perhaps they went to a safe place Yoji didn't know about. Does the town even have somewhere like that? Suddenly, I know what I have to do first. In that case... Is it time to be... Detective Shu? You know, since Yoji couldn't be Detective Yoji. Kota seems honestly surprised for once. Probably because of the question I asked her. Oh yeah, do we not have firemen? Right. I can't remember what they're called exactly, but basically, when a fire happens, they go and put it out. There's still so much I don't know about this town's geography and culture. I figured it might help if I get some answers from my friends, like I'm some hard-boiled detective. Dang. Well, I thought so. That's why, upon seeing Kota in front of the dorms, I invited her up to my room. I'd ask Yune, but keeping her unique situation in mind, I'd rather not talk about fires around her.
にしてもずいぶん急というか何かあったの？
I had a bad dream last night.
なるほどね。
It would be easier if I could just tell people, like Noah did, but no one's going to believe a confused outsider who showed up less than a week ago. Besides, no one even believed Noah when he told them, so I decided it'd be best to simply ask around for information that might be helpful. You never had a fire or anything like that before here in town?
私の知っている限りでは食堂でボヤが起きたことはあったね。その時は先生方が出動した。
Our teachers?
男の先生が中心になってね。消火器を扱っていた覚えがある。
Fire extinguisher.
消火器はわかる？廊下にあるやつなんだけど。
I know it.
だから私たちも消火に協力することができるというんじゃ、シュウ君の望む答えにはなってないかな。
Yeah, a tiny extinguisher isn't going to do much against a cataclysmic vortex of fire. In other words, the town is completely unprepared for any sort of large-scale disaster. It makes sense to not be prepared for something that's never happened in the history of town. Are there people trained to deal with large fires? I feel like there are. It must be, but I can't remember. I'd have this vague hunch at all means that there's a high chance that people like that do exist outside. Are there earthquakes here?
たまにあまり大きな揺れは経験したことがないけど、強いと机なんかも揺れるらしいね。
An earthquake strong enough to make a desk shudder is honestly still very small. This seems to be a problem based on simple geography. It'll be hard convincing folks of a cataclysmic quake if they don't really happen here. But there were earthquakes in the 25th. Not very big ones, but
つ
still.
まりシュウ君は未曾有の災害に対する備えのことを言いたいのかな。
Very much so, yes, Kota. Yes, exactly. The reason I chose to grow Kota at first was due to her intellect and ability to read people. Although lacking in knowledge of the outside world, I knew she'd figure out what I wanted to say. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, the town was struck by some unforeseen disaster. They're completely unprepared, right?
ノアの箱舟のような。
Yep. Not necessarily that specifically, but yeah. Why be lying? That everyone seems to reference the Bible so freely here is part of what makes this place so unique. It's very different from Japan, that's for sure.
でも確かに火事なんか起きて作品が燃えたら大変だよね。
Kotaha? What about your life? Oh, yeah? I'm more concerned over the loss of life than some dusty art, but I guess our priorities are different. To each his own. Maybe that's the angle I need to take. A single fire could destroy not only the local pieces, but also everything in the art gallery.
ああ。でも美術回廊は完全な防火対策がされているとは聞いたよ。
Say what now? How the fuck? Ugh. It took a while, but now we're getting somewhere. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
万が一のことがあっては困る場所だからね。火事とか洪水とか災害の備えは万全らしい。
Why didn't we go in there? And the door into the gallery is fortified. So the gallery is waterproof and fireproof. Being underground would certainly help protect someone from raging fires. Do floods happen often around here?
世界が滅ぶようなものじゃないよ。ただちょっと大雨が来て水かさが溢れて。
No one can get out because of the aurora.
うん。だから水は湖の方に流れて。あの時はとんでもない大きさになってたよ。
This town is connected to a Neto in a lot of ways. Mr. Lilly called it Caldera Lake. These cauldron-shaped lakes exist all over the world. I thought the fire was bad enough, but flooding too? How safe is this town anyway? It doesn't seem safe at all to me. The lack of resources and planning makes any disaster catastrophic thanks to the aurora.
シュウ君の見た悪夢はどんなのだった？
A disaster? I saw flames so fierce it lit up the night sky as plain as day.
それは恐ろしいね。そうなったら 美術回廊に逃げ込むのがまだ安全かな。
Darn it, Yoji, why didn't you tell us this? You didn't think about this? Darn it. That makes me feel a lot better. Thanks. From a place to escape to, the only thing left is how to extinguish the fires. But now I feel a lot better having an evacuation plan in
お
place.
役に立ててよかった。ところで、
Eep. Oh, right, the new modeling. No, I can't. I wanted to break. Just as I'm about to head off in search of Guido, who's next to my list, she yanks me back.
私も困ってることがあるんだ。協力してくれるかい？
No, I'm pure. Help with what? Exactly. There's only one thing she could possibly be referring to.
本当は今日の放課後にも手が空いていたから、シュウ君に会いたかったんだけど。
Oh no. I'm sure you were. In the original timeline, you slipped me naked in the alley after I innocently stopped by for a visit. I purposely invited her up to my room specifically to avoid this dangerous scenario. The situation is taking an unexpected turn. Darn it, it's a canon event in the timeline. Fuck.
芸術のためなんだ。
No need to get handsy. We're not even in the alley. And I don't have any art supplies, so...
大丈夫。紙と鉛筆さえあれば。
I don't have that
デッ
either.
サンができる。
I don't have that either. All I have is a desk and a bed and a clock. I've only got wads of paper and dual pencils.
芸術家たるもの、いかなる状況であれ、創造性を発揮しなくてはならない。
I broke the pencils.
限られた環境で生み出す作品も美しいものだよ。さ、脱いで。
I pay the price for my after-school snooping by being forced once again to pose nude. Darn it, it's a canon event. But we're doomed no matter what. After all that, I ended up posing naked for her anyway. It's just the power of the causality principle. Apparently, there's no point trying to avoid the inevitable. Well, rip. I'm a little more used to it thanks to the initial run-through, but that doesn't make it any less humiliating.
すごいよ、シュウ君。前よりポージングがずっといい。もしかして練習とか？
How would I practice this? I have absolutely not been practicing.
そうかな。様になってると思うんだけど。
Okay. I didn't realize modeling was a skill that improved over time. Or perhaps it's ingrained in my blood. Perish the thought. At least I learned something important. The art gallery is fireproof. I had to sell my body to get that information, so I won't let it go to waste. Amazing grace out of context. Would it make sense to evacuate everyone there? I spent a restless night visualizing the final course of events over and over in my head. Oh, December 5th, Wednesday. Do we have to do Kiri's prank thing again, too? And have her fill again? Morning. I bugged my alarm clock to shut it off, and I'm greeted by the usual mechanical chirp of a dove.
クラック、クラック。ただいま12月5日水曜日7時30分。
I really didn't miss you. It's been exactly a week since I woke up here. The first time, at least. It's actually been more like a month and a week from my perspective. It's Wednesday, which means we have film class to look forward to. I rely on the days, and the dates help trigger specific memories. Although it's impossible for me to remember every detail, it gives me a rough idea of what lies ahead. Which reminds me... Is this when we saw her, brushing Kota's hair? Kiri? I could hear Kiri's voice from somewhere far away. Yep, it is. That's right. She's only down from Kota's room. The problem comes with random incidents like this one, which I don't associate with a specific date. As long as I more or less stick to the script, everything will be fine. Sure. I arrived to find Kiri once again brushing out Kota's hair.
いらっしゃい、シュウ君。散らかっててすまないね。
It looks fine to me. Was that weird? I can't remember how close we were at this point, and I have no idea what I said here the first time.
もうちょっとこっち傾けて。
Wait, hold on, I just thought about this. So like we have to like stay to the script as close as possible. But like, what about when we're alone, like, and we do different actions? Does that still count? Does that affect the multiverse or no? I feel like I've watched this exact scene play out once before. Like these two go through the same motions every day. What I'm seeing is just a tiny glimpse into the daily lives. In this exact moment, Yuna and Saki are busy doing who knows what. People I've never even met are doing things that will set the wheel of fate turning, leading us down a path to our eventual doom. Bigu, someone is doing something somewhere that will ultimately trigger the end of the world. Still, I can't give up. I might have only a very tiny view of the world, but I'll do whatever I can to prevent a tragic ending from happening. Today's the first time, for the original me at least, critiquing a film that ends up being a snooze fest. Once school ends, I meet up with Yuna and help her practice. Then afterwards, we walk back together. When we get back, I take a bath and eat dinner. Finally, I end up back in my room, just like any other day. This sucks. I don't have as much free time as I thought. I was hoping to take some time to explore the town today, but it was evening before I knew it. As everyone wants to spend time with me, it's hard getting time by myself to do things on my own. Or rather, I need to make sure our friendships stay the way they were. When my friends ask to walk home together or take a bath together, I can't say no. We had to see Guido's pee-pee propeller again, huh? I see, fuck. If I end up being able to change our fate, the friendships I'm cultivating will be very important. Moderation is important, though. You need to take some time for yourself. I only have 20 days until disaster strikes. Once I build enough trust with everyone, I can move on to my personal project. I hear a knock on my door instead of the window. My mystery visitor can only be... Yep. You're more than welcome, Sakia. Sakia is staring at me. I misjudged a level of friendship yet again. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Yeah, I did. Just yesterday, in fact. I was so used to sleeping with a pillowcase that I couldn't get comfortable without one, so I bought it right away. Oh, listen, space-time continuum, I can explain. I need a good night's sleep, okay? Sorry. Oof. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Shit. Saki made my original pillowcase specifically for me. However, since I couldn't directly ask her to make another, I ended up buying a placeholder. I feel like that definitely affected her points. Guess you're right. I know what she's going to say to me, but I have to pretend like I'm hearing it all for the first time. Our interaction feels so empty. I cannot feel like I'm lying there, leading her on. I mean, it's to save her, though. Sometimes it does. I remember saying a similar line before, though it's not just a figure of speech this time. Still, if Saki's visiting my room just like she did last time, then that means it must be getting closer. You're just imagining it. What? I'm totally paying attention. It seems Saki is more sensitive to subtle shifts in behavior than I give her credit for. That you notice me acting like we're closer than we are is only part of it. I'm lost in a creepy daydream. Because I'm a perv, right? I know that's what you're thinking. I can read mine, Saki. Our relationship had always been one where we could talk about anything with each other. She was always ready with a quirky reply no matter what I said. It's nothing. There's no reason for her to believe anything I say. Perhaps it's best let her continue living in blissful ignorance. Maybe I am. I knew you were going to say that. Thus the curtain closes on yet another peaceful, familiar moment between us. The December 6th, Thursday. December 7th, Friday. It's early morning. There's no time before my alarm clock is set to go off. Hmm? Huh? I'm awoken by an incessant banging. Darn it, Carrie! My brain goes into high alert, sent into panic by the unexpected commotion. Don't tell me the fires are starting already! There's a chance the original catastrophe isn't limited to Christmas evening. As dark premonitions swirl through my mind. Yeah, I could tell by the banging. My memories come flooding back as soon as I spot the annoying brat on my balcony. Dang. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Here we go again. Yay! 6 in the morning on December 7th. Time to put Kiri's hellish plan into motion. She's practically bursting with excitement, completely unaware of how this will all turn out. Give up now. There's no way this will work. Should we be saying this? Yeah, foolproof, definitely. They are definitely not. There's no way I can go through this again. Especially knowing every single one of her plans ends in humiliating defeat. But yeah, she's like way too stubborn for us to just be able to convince her by words. We're gonna need to do something else if we want to convince her to stop. Like, just asking her to stop is not gonna work. Oops, I forgot all about that. Since our original conversation happened before December 2nd, I completely forgotten about the list of items she needed me to get. Well, no point in doing it now. Might as well head on back to bed. Kiri? Eep! It's no use. Kiri's rage is still very much alive and kicking. You got 2 hands when I'm broken. Hold on, Kiri. Instead of your dumb pranks, I've got a better idea. Nobody. Whoops. The only hole I dug was my own grave. Someone save me! By the time I've returned with the shovel, class has already begun and Yune is long gone. See? I told you it wouldn't work. Someone to vent her anger on, Kiri's rage only deepens. Oh yeah, we were saved. I thought we were gonna do it again. Oh. Never mind. Never mind, we weren't saved. He's going to know it's me. She recognized me immediately. Is there anything I can do differently? Honestly, I don't care if she knows it's me or not. I prefer not getting peed on. I'm literally about to do the same thing I did the first time around. I really don't have time for this. It's not homework. Crap. What do I say? I have to save the world. It is very true, thank you very much. I'm being serious, I'm not sure if I should tell her. Knowing Kiri, she'll think I've gone off the deep end for sure. It's no villain. It's more like a disaster. I have to save everyone from the end of the world. I end up admitting the laughably bizarre truth. I said to tell her the truth, whether she believes it or not. I'm still figuring that part out. I'm trying my best. I'll have to work alone, okay? Because Yune lost her memories. She's not necessarily wrong. Right now, all I can do is wait and keep an eye out for the fires. I'll sacrifice myself if that's what it takes. I'm prepared to become a test dummy for Kiri's new slimy bombs if it means I can put a stop to Operation You've Been Praying. Oh no! I'm too slippery! I can't get up!
完成しろ
So we actually got the slime bomb, huh? Well, December 11th, Tuesday. Tuesday, December 11th. The day of our epic, the day of our epic kick the can game. Knowing everyone's throwing rock, paper, scissors, I'm about to avoid being it.
さてとこれで全員かな。琴葉さん強すぎ。早すぎて追いつけません。でもさすがに足なら陽次くんの方が早いんじゃないかな。
あそこのフェイントにやられた。
I always thought it was impossible to win as it, and yet Kota managed to catch us all in no time at all. Dang, she stole one anyway. Darn it, Kota. She'd always race back when you thought you were safe, and she was good at finding people.
最初に見つかったシュウが次の鬼だな。
Darn it. What? I'm it again?
また
Don't worry about it.
初めてでしょ。
You're right. I've never been it before. Don't listen to me. That was a close one. I reacted without thinking.
散らばるから1分数えたらスタートな。
I'm definitely going to win this time. Seems like I can't escape fate. Huh? Come to think of it. The owl? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Just as a thought crosses my mind, I spy something. Yep, there's Al. The drugs. The drug. Muse. The blood of that soaked fruit. The blood of that soaked fruit of a hallucinogen. The first time around, I had no idea what it was, but this time I remember what Kota told me. Did I take it? I'm sure it belongs to someone, plus it's dangerous. I remember my trip with Kota to Neto to dispose of it, and figure it's best to stick with the script. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get away with feigning ignorance this time around. But considering my distaste for drugs from my outside life.
シュウ君何か変なものでもあった？
Yeah, take a look at this. Despite being in the middle of a game, Kota calls out to me, noticing my unusual behavior. I called him out before showing her the blotter.
ごめん。少し預かってもいいかな。
Kinda doing that a little bit earlier than usual. Don't know if that's gonna be bad or not. I guess we'll see. Sure. I hand the jug over to Kota.
体育が終わったらまた話すね。
Okay. The blotter dealt with, I get the same exclamation as last time. December 12th, Wednesday. Oh, sorry, burp, excuse me.
こんなところで人だかりなんて珍しい。
It's so weird recording like this now, with my headset instead of a microphone. It feels so weird. I'm still not used to it. It's a day in December when I first heard about the case of the mysterious muralist.
これは謎の壁画事件の第8章。
Yeah, see,
間違いありませんね、リリー
yeah.
先生。
That mysterious muralist is my number one suspect right now. Just saying. The mysterious muralist? I ask, even though I already know the answer.
街のどこかで不定期に謎の壁画が描かれる悪質な事件だ。犯人は未だ捕まっていない。
なんで探偵気取ってるんですか？
If I remember correctly, another mural was discovered around the 20th. With that in mind, maybe there's a way to stop him before he strikes again. Who's behind this and why is he doing it?
さあ。でもこういうのって単なる憂さ晴らしじゃないのかな。
I wanted to draw too much attention to myself. I decided to stick to the script. I doubt this has anything to do with the fires, at least. Yeah, I don't know about that, show. I decided I'll try and catch him in the act if I get the chance. I don't know about that, show. Oh, this was Kiri's favorite movie. We're back in film class watching one of Kiri's beloved action movies. Where in the heck did they film this? It's definitely not anywhere around here. Everyone else seems to think otherwise, though. I remember arguing with them about it last time, but this time I decided to let it go. Everyone seems less stressed when I avoid bringing up the outside world anyway. Retracing the steps I took the first time makes it easier for me to see how much I don't fit in here. Knowing the happy, peaceful lives Yune and Kiri led before I showed up makes me realize I'm better off about having my taboo ideas inflicted on them. It's almost like I'm taking a natural step back. I had no idea what was going on the first time though, so I rushed into everything blindly. With my improved knowledge of the town, I found myself hesitating to bring up the differences between us, not wanting to accidentally trample on their beliefs. Perhaps my entire attitude has changed with my initial experience living here. But, hey, shoot, see, I get why you're thinking that way, because that makes sense, but, like, there's, like, a very particular problem with that. Is that, remember when we talked to Yune, she said that us doing that, like, made her sure that she did love the town? It might be a problem, just saying. This time I'm holding back more than before. And also, some of the others also mentioned like similar things about how they actually kind of liked hearing that. I feel like that might be a problem. December 14th, Friday. But especially if you know. It's December 14th. I spend the afternoon with Yune in the gallery. This time, unlike before, I'm already aware Yune's voice behind the audio guide. Giotto. Definitely Misochio. Last December 14th. I just picked it up here and there. You can't tell it's thanks to her lovely voice. I don't find out about the audio guide or that she voiced it until today. Things go so much more smoothly between us when I pretend to not know anything. Acting blissfully ignorant is honestly the best approach. However, I can't help but feel increasingly guilty. December 15th, Saturday. No, December 16th. I was about to say what happened on this day again, and then I remembered, oh yeah, they skipped the weekend. December 17th, Monday. Ugh.
ただいま12月17日月曜日7時30分
Hey Kiri, can you get down here for a minute? The 17th already? Crap, there's only a week left until Christmas Eve. I've been scoping out the town as best as I could, but without any real success. The way things are going, the chances I can stop a Christmas tragedy from happening is slim. I checked every place I can think of. I'm out of ideas. Oh, December 18th, Tuesday. Okay, that's concerning. I thought he was gonna get an idea. But it just went to the next day. Oh, well, okay, I thought... Oh, listen, we got to look at Yune. It's Tuesday and we're gathered in the Atleo since gym class was cancelled again. We're studying portraiture and I haven't paired up in order to practice drawing faces. I've been originally paired up Yune, but this time... Well, it changed? Why'd it change? That's completely absurd. How did I get stuck with you? Dang. I mean... No, I don't mind drawing you either. Not necessarily, no. We pulled straws to decide pairs, and luck of the draw meant I ended up with Kiri. I'm close enough to both girls that it shouldn't matter who I'm paired with, but I'm still grumpy. I almost forgot. In the original timeline, I passed out last night. Oh yeah, the Radarase. Wait, that didn't happen again? Radarase. Ugh. I had... Well, he did say stop trying to bring up the outside world as much, so I guess, yeah, it wouldn't happen again then. But I somehow avoided repeating the conversation this time around. I successfully avoided getting triggered. Not that it matters, since I still remember everything like it happened yesterday. Yune's voice cuts through the silent atelier. It was found in the park this time, not the school. Mr. Lily immediately takes off to clean it up. Right? Let's go! Recess time. Don't you dare! I'm still not done drawing your face yet. Fine, I'll just draw from memory. First your beard. Nice.
待って、私ヒゲないよ。
Okay, mustache then. Mr. Lily returns at roughly the same time she did originally, by which point I've succeeded in getting Kiryu's face down on paper. Do we add the beard though? Do we give her a goatee? I hear a ladder up against my window. Kiryu again. Or so I think, but when I turn to the window, I realize it's someone else.
開けてください。
Sakia, what are you doing here? I'll open up my window and wonder what's going on. Kiryu falls behind her.
邪魔すんで。
No CG this time? Also, I like...
いつもこうやって降りてるんですね。羨ましい。
I like how Kiryu just admitted she came here just to bother us. But hey, darn it. What are you two doing together? Oh. Why don't I get the vibes this time?
お邪魔するね、シュウ君。
I'm salty about it now. I forgot Kota was with them. They're here to discuss Yuna's surprise birthday party with me. They immediately confirm my suspicions when they start talking.
時にシュウ先輩、来週は何の日かお分かりですか？
I know it's actually Yuna's birthday. It's Christmas!
ブー。
What? How can I be wrong? Oh my lord! Save me, Jesus! Why, bro?
なんか嘘くせえリアクションだな。だいぶわざとらしいね。
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. The wording is slightly different, but basically this is when I first learned about Yune's birthday. Slightly different. Bruh, Shu, my man. No. we asked for like the culture festival that we never said this. That's not even remotely the same. What the fuck? Darn it, Shu.
プレゼントを用意しておいてくださいね。ヨネ先輩がうんと喜ぶような。
Sure, no problem. What?
あ、いえ、何か当てがあるのかなって。
Oh. I've been so caught up in trying to remember the conversation that I forgot I made a fuss originally. There's no way I can follow the script perfectly. There's no point worrying about it now, so try to say something that sounds natural. I'll figure something out. I've got a couple ideas.
期待しています。さくやはどうせ服だろ。いいよな、自分で作れて。
Like what, an explosive?
手作りは真心もこもりますし、最適なのです。
So I never got to hand her my gift. I still have no idea if I chose something good or not. This time I'm going to make sure she gets it. This time we're going to celebrate Birthday Culture Festival and Yuna's birthday. Ow, fuck. This time we're going to celebrate Birthday Culture Festival and Yuna's birthday. That's right. I won't let fate ruin that special day again. Hopefully we still don't really have a plan other than the art gallery thing. Which is good we at least have that, but still, like, that's all we got. December 19th, Wednesday. Oh shit, it's getting closer. I'm actually scared. Is this the girl who leapt through time? It's Wednesday. Film class. This is the day we watched that famous film, the girl who jumped through time. Well, this is gonna be ironic now. The protagonist, Anna, is trapped in a time loop until the boy of her dreams falls in love with her. The plot seems so contrived the first time around, but this time it's far more relatable. Yeah, I know how you feel. It's all well and good to be given a second chance, but how do you know what went wrong the first time? I find myself strangely empathetic to Anna's plight. I doubt there's many who know the problems faced via time travel as intimately as I do. Then the movie ends.
どうだ？感動しただろ？
That was a masterpiece!
だろ？当たり前だよね。私とシュウは一緒にあんなトークで盛り上がったんだから。
Oh yeah, huh, we did do that.
何？そんなことしてたのか？いいな。
I'm jelly.
シュウ、感動しちゃうよね。
Yeah, I know she feels almost too well.
意外かも。シュウもああいう恋愛したことあるの？
No, just the time loops. What now? I couldn't care less about the romance part. What I really emphasized with was the time traveling.
アンナの気持ちがわかるってんだからそうなんだろ？きっとシュウは百戦錬磨なんだ。嘘、そういうことだったの？
Because it's not. I don't think so, at least. I can't say for sure one way or another because of my lingering amnesia. Is there a chance left behind a girlfriend in the outside world? No way, right? Take my doubt, I carefully choose my words before I say them, just like Anna. December 20th, first day. Oh, jeez. There we go. The camera's ready. Today's the day I shoot my photos for the festival. With my deadline looming, I don't have time to waste. I planned out my route, so all I need to do now is follow it. The academy outside the dorm, the plaza in the shopping district. I realized every single shot I took was the point of origin for the fires that night. Well, I feel like I'm going around taking crime scene photos. Maybe I'll find a clue while I'm out. The thought crosses my mind as I leave the dorm. December 21st, Friday. Yeah, now I'm concerned instead of excited. Woo! Let's make it a performance to remember. December 21st. Our final day of rehearsal in the chapel before our performance. We didn't even get to hear a performance. I'll play my heart out so I can make sure Yune is ready to go. I'm sorry I did miss some of your practices. I've been able to participate in more practice sessions in the original timeline. Not that it makes a difference if she doesn't remember any of that. My pleasure. I want to make sure you give the best performance you can. I'll make sure she's around for more performances to come. I want her to be able to live happily ever after without incident. December 22nd, Saturday. Okay. It's December 22nd. My weekend's been busy getting ready for Christmas Eve. In a way, this date marks the beginning of the end for me. Huh. The town's Christmas carnage is getting uncomfortably closer by the minute. There's a high chance the impetus for the fires will go into motion soon, and I need to start warning folks. How are we gonna do that? My first stop is the shopping district. They're already starting to get set up for Christmas. Every shop sells their food for a ruin on Christmas. With the prospect of crowds taking advantage of such a deal, they must have to stock up. Hey, Jack. Your shop's gonna burn to the ground. Jack's a familiar face and easy to talk to. I'm sure whenever I tell Jack, we'll quickly reach the other stores, and he has far more credibility than I do. There's been a lot more fires than usual at the Palm Dorms recently. It's a bald-faced lie. Still, it's the only way I can think of to raise the alarm about the fires. That's right. Probably best to keep an eye out just in case. This is my attempt at fire safety awareness. Pretty solid, actually. I don't have enough to sound the alarm the day of, which is why I'm setting my plan into motion the weekend before. If you could warn the other stores to keep their eyes peeled for fires, I'd appreciate it. Thanks a lot. That's why I chose the weekend to do all this, because I've got all the time in the world. I need to get as much done as I possibly can. I won't let it happen again, not on my watch. It's a fairly simple yet hopefully effective plan. I begin making my rounds to every place I can think of that uses fire. December 23rd, Sunday. It's almost time. Like, he has a pretty solid plan, but it's just solid. It's not, like, great. It's just, like, solid. So, I don't know if it's gonna work out too well. Okay. It's Sunday. I already know exactly what I'm doing today. It's early, but I want to get there as quickly as possible. Christmas tree. On the evening of Christmas, this place would be jam-packed full of people celebrating the holiday by drinking and singing around the bonfire. I guess everyone's getting ready here, too. Several adults were evidently busy stringing lights and other decorations all over the giant tree in preparation for Christmas. What if the bonfire set the other trees in the forest alight? It spread so fast there'd be no way to stop it. I remember seeing a bunch of buckets filled with water near the tree. That seems to be as far as the townspeople can imagine. Time for me to do my sing. Thanks to Sister Lily, I had several fire extinguishers prepared and ready to go. This is a spot. This is the spot I'm most worried about, so maybe it'll help if we have a couple of extinguishers on hand. There's a possibility we might be able to use them to stop the fire from spreading and to put it out. They're pretty heavy though, especially carrying them this far. Oh, she's here. Sound of sleigh bells from somewhere close by. Sister Lily. Yes, thank you so much. Sister Lily brought the requested fire extinguishers by carriage. She seemed amused by my seemingly random and very sudden request, but was happy enough to oblige. You know it. When I heard about the bonfire, I guess I got a little worried. Although I can't tell about the fires, the acclamation should be good enough. I'm the slightly anxious one. I should be thanking you for bringing them all. I should be thanking you for bringing them all the way out here. You're very conscientious in these types of matters. I can sense the adoration that hides just behind your strict demeanor. I'd appreciate if you could tell your favorite hamburger joint to watch out for fires. I am very in tune with the town. Oops. Crap. I don't find out about that until Christmas Day. The newspaper. Can't breathe. Oh, are you joking us? You can't kill me, I'm the hero. My foot! You're still crushing my foot! Ah, what the fuck? Sister Lily, you were supposed to be a nun! Apparently no one's allowed to talk about a love of hamburgers. Why need the burgers? Why is it such a big deal anyway? Amazing Grace out of context. I guess she gets embarrassed having people watch her eat hamburgers. Alright. You really don't have to worry so much about it. Although I understand how you feel. Man, I never cared about that at all. I'll open my mouth all the way wide. I promise I didn't. What? I didn't say any of this. I didn't say anything like that. The Lily's paranoia knows no bounds. Well, maybe we should just say that anyway then. Actually, that'd be great. Small price to pay. It's an odd thing to say, but as long as we can get through Christmas, I don't care what happens. It's not completely out of the question because I might make it past Christmas. 3 days left. There's no way something that horrible would happen twice, right? What do you mean? We're doing this to avoid it, and everything else has happened the same so far, so why wouldn't it happen again? With lingering uncertainty clouding my emotions with fear, I do what I can, leaving the rest in God's hands. December 24th, Monday, Christmas Eve. Oh. Tomorrow's the day. No, 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 no. We all might die. It's December 24th. Christmas Vigil? I think ignorance is in the original timeline. I never heard it referred to in that way before. Oh yeah, everybody gets drunk tonight.
パーキー食いたいしな。
It's finally the day before Christmas. I wonder if this place will be engulfed in waves of fire tomorrow.
シュン
Sorry! I turned away with a sad expression on my face. Yune noticed and was naturally concerned.
前夜祭は食べたり飲んだりするだけだから楽しいよ。
Thanks. I can't wait. That's right. No one knows what horrors await them tomorrow.
あとやっぱり私のおすすめはアップルパイだね。前夜祭のあれは絶品だから。
Oh yeah? This is my chance to protect Yune's happiness along with everyone else's. I won't let anyone take that away from them. One day of fun won't hurt, right? Besides, I know that's what Yune would want. My plans for tomorrow are already set in motion. I should be able to take one day to have a good time.
では本日はクリスマスイブにつき皆さん明日に支障をきたさないよう楽しんでください。
Everyone cheers in response. The tables are packed like the first time around with copious amounts of food.
それじゃあ乾杯乾杯
Cheers! I guess I decided one night to have fun. That said, there's one line I'm absolutely not crossing this time around. Is that letting Sakia French kiss us? My ultimate mission, to make sure none of them get drunk. Among them, Yune, Saki, and Kota are all especially dangerous when drunk. I won't let them fall into the premium grape juice trap. And so it happened anyway. Or so I naively thought. Yep. Yeah, I figured as much. Well. Round 2.
ほらシュー次なさいったら次なさい
I am on a mission.
無理な爆発シーンはな全部台無しになるって先生が言うんら
Last time it was that you couldn't. Last time it was that you couldn't direct your way out of a paper bag, wasn't it?
なんだか無性にデッサンがしたいな
No,
シュンくん
Johnny Kota. That doesn't even make any sense. Despite my vigilance, the accused premium grape juice had managed to make the rounds for the group of kids anyway. Naturally, it resulted in the drunken chaos I'd hoped to avoid from the start. Oh no. No. Sakia, please, not again. Eeh, Sakia? My brain threatened to melt into a puddle of goo from that syrupy sweet voice alone. Sakia, the #1 menace of the night, who stole my first kiss that fateful Christmas Eve. You didn't drink anything, right, Sakia?
無理はないでしょけど匂いだけで酔ってしまいました
It's like last time. Fate is so strong it seems almost impossible to stop the inevitable from happening. It always manages to correct its course, no matter how slight the change.
処刑でしましょう先輩
No, I just took a shower. Nope, nope. Absolutely not. I decided to take a firmer stance this time around. It's not that I'm opposed to it, but well, this isn't the best place for passionate smooching.
ケチユーネ先輩
Huh? Why is she calling Yune
可
over?
愛い後輩さんやどうしたの
Time to go back to the dorm.
シュウ先
Oh
輩
no.
が処刑でさせてくれないんでしょ
Listen.
なーに
Oh, jeez. Why are you getting angry at me? Give me back Yune from this
う
afternoon.
るさいサケスケベしてあげなさいやるもんじゃないんだから
Do you even know what you're saying?
シュウ君とスケベ
Oh no.
私も混ぜて
Oh my gosh, it got worse. What? No. Oh. In the end, the party was just as raucous as the first time around. I feel like it was even more. Oh no. December 25th, Tuesday, Christmas. The day of destruction. I mean, it's okay, Yune. We're about to have a lot more to worry about, so it's all okay. It's no big deal. I didn't drink anything this time. I managed to get the upper hand in the debaucherous situation. So I thought.
私昨日のことあんまり覚えていないんですけど
Uh-huh.
先輩にスケベさせろと迫られたような
What?
おいおいマジかよ最低だなやっぱあいつは女の敵だ
What kind of bullshit is this? I'm being falsely accused. As usual, I'm the only one who remembers anything.
まあ変態は放っておいて今日は待ちに待ったクリスマスだぜ
I see. You're still wrong, but it's true. Christmas, the culture festival, Yuna's birthday, but also the tragedy. Oh no. The town being engulfed in massive flames. That last fiery scene remains burned into my memory even now. I've done everything I can to alert everyone, inspect each area around town, and secure evacuation routes. All I've just to wait and see how things go. If something does happen, will my preparations be enough to save everyone?
また後で合流しよう私の公演は終わるのちょっと遅いけど
Sorry, there's something I need to take care of, actually.
用事クリスマスにクリスマス以外の予定があるのかよ
Yes, I do. Well, kind of. I didn't have a chance to get her a gift yet.
ああまだだったのかよちゃんと私の映画には間に合わせろよな
I already have a gift ready to go, but it's the best excuse I could come up with. It feels weird to be by myself during the culture festival, but there's not much I can do about that. If I don't safeguard against every possible fire hazard, there's a chance tomorrow might never come. It's 9 in the morning, and just like last time, I'm on Main Street watching the band sound the first trumpets of the day. Following the final trumpet blast, the crowd around me burst into applause. This marks the first trumpet call of the day.
天使のラッパとともに7つの封印が解かれ馬は最悪をもたらし大地が揺れ星が落ち人々は死に絶えたと
Please tell me I'm overthinking this. 9 a.m., noon, 2 p.m., 4, 6, 8, 10. The day is divided up by exactly 7 trumpet calls, an eerie callback to the sounding of the 7 trumpets in the Book of Revelation. Huh. I returned to the school to set my incredibly simple photography display.
ではこれより第22回聖アレイヤ学院文化祭を開催いたします皆様どうぞお楽しみください
Once the event starts, I return to the main gates. If I remember correctly, Yoji went out for the main gate to meet us.
シュユネ
Yoji!
大丈夫
ああ平気だけど他の奴らはわかんね
I don't see anything suspicious around here. If there's many people around, there's no way anything suspicious would remain unnoticed. I already checked the area over the weekend, but it's important enough that I want to check again. The campus is a no smoking zone, and I don't even know anyone who smokes. There's no way a fire could start in the school. Someone would have to bring the fire source with them. Everything seems to be okay here. It happened while I was walking back to the school with Yune, just after the final sounding of the trumpets at 10 p.m. Still promise things will happen in exactly the same way as it did the first time, which is why I can't let my guard down for even a moment today. It really is festive today. I'll leave this school and head back to Main Street, which is packed full of people. I spot a couple of cheat kids mixed in among the overwhelming number of St. Aria's school uniforms. I spot a few adults here and there as well. I never noticed how few adults there are here in this town. Despite this being a town built around the academy, you'd think the percentage of adults would be much higher. Honestly, the only adults I've ever interacted with are our teachers and the various shop owners. Perhaps all the graduates have private ateliers and prefer their own company. That's right. I almost forgot. Uh-huh. Oh! Weird things aren't happening in the afternoon, like the horses running wild for no reason. No one got hurt from what I remember, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. I should go talk to the caretaker in charge of the horses. Excuse me? It may sound suspicious for me to bring it up out of nowhere, but there's not much else I can do. Best case scenario, it doesn't happen at all. But if it does, at least I'll be ready. After that, head back to the shopping district.
Hi, hi, いらっしゃい。全品一類のセールだよ。
Hey, Jack. I call out to him and he turns to face me.
いや、文化祭の方はいいの？
I have my own private exhibit to set up. It's already open to the public.
もしかして前の件？
Yes. I stopped by his shop over the weekend to warn him to watch out for fires. The general store is primarily retail, so there's no stoves or anything to catch on fire, but still.
この商店街には一通り伝えておいたよ。火に気をつけてって。
Alright, that's good. I really appreciate it.
でも、そんなに警戒するものなのかい？先生から何か言われたりした？
Not exactly. I've just got a feeling.
まあね。ぼやならいいけど、でかい火事だと人の手には負えないよね。
According to Yoji, no one in this town is prepared in any way for an unexpected disaster. I don't blame them, considering the town has likely never been threatened by anything ever. That's why they're so dangerously lax. The best I can do is go around telling folks only they can prevent forest fires.
何それ？
I guess he does understand my pretty good imitation of the famous beer ranger. It's not part of the pop culture. At any rate, stay safe out there.
よくわかんないけど、シュウ君も文化祭頑張りなよ。
With the safety of the shopping district in Jack's all-purpose hands, I head to my next destination. Forest. The threat of fire is the worst here. Yeah, very true. Despite the lack of volcanoes, the forest is large as well disaster for the whole town if it caught on fire. With trees covering half of the town, it's imperative to keep any fires from spreading this far. Hopefully the fire extinguishers left around the Christmas tree will be enough. The extinguisher should be able to put out any sparks caused by the bonfire. I watch everyone get ready for the party tonight as we make our way back to the school. Along the way, it should be 4 on the dot. The fourth sounding of the trumpets blares out, immediately followed by a different noise. Huh? Yep, there are the horses. That sound. It can't be. Mario's not playing tricks on me. I spot 2 horses galloping wildly down Main Street. Onlookers are scattering from the wild animals like cockroaches from the light. I told him to watch out. There's nothing I can do now. I'll only get hurt if I try to catch the horses by myself. All I can do is get back to the school. I mean, I don't think the horses are that important because, like, I'm pretty sure they're just sensing the disaster about to happen, so it just means the fire's gonna happen soon. Like, that's what we should be focusing on. Praying no one gets hurt, I hurry back to the school so I can prepare for the main event. Also, I'm still very suspicious of the, the kids on drugs too, by the way. That too. Final curtain. We're the only ones left in the Atelier following the final screening of Koto Ranger Beauty Squad.
残すはユネのサプライズパーティーだな。
最後のメインイベントってわけだ。おいシュウ、プレゼント間に合ったんだろうな。
Basically. Perfectly natural response, like always. There's no trace of awkwardness between us. The best I can hope for is everything goes off without a hitch. The shocking image of that apocalyptic Christmas continues to burn in my mind, filling my thoughts with horrific what-ifs. What if it was just bad luck? If it was triggered by an innocent accident, then perhaps we can stop it this time around. There's a chance Yuna had let our imaginations run wild. We'll see. Got it. Originally, I left to see the tree and enjoy the party with Yuna, leaving Carrie and the others behind. Everything started going horribly wrong on our walk back here. Why did we all go together?
ああいいけど自分の展示の片付けもあるからな。
それにここのアトリエをパーティー仕様にしなきゃいけないから時間かかるぞ。
We can wait for the party a little bit. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's already 6:15 p.m. Meaning we only have so much time until whatever might happen at 10. How about help you clean up? How about help you clean up and decorate? Then we can head out to find Yune together.
オッケー、助かるぜ。
Where are Saki, Kota, and Kido?
多分自分たちの片付けでもしてんだろう。22時前にはここに集まるよう伝えてるから大丈夫だと思うぜ。キリエも咲夜も琴葉さんも義堂先輩もみんなたまたまアトリエから出てた時だったんだ。
待って、じゃあ咲夜たちはまだ中にいるってこと？
キリエは一旦寮に戻るっつってた。咲夜は商店街に行くって。先輩たちはわからね
That reminds me, when the explosion happened, Yoji was the only one here in the Atelier. Everyone had planned to meet here at exactly 10 p.m. I wonder where everyone went during that short span of time leading up to the start of our party. The three of us get to work decorating the Atelier. Just as the 6 trumpets mark the time at 8 p.m., the three of us leave the school to find Yune. Ah, shit, sorry, one sec. My eyes itchy. Fuck. Sorry about that.
どうしたアシュ？なんかキョロキョロして。
It's nothing. I was just thinking the shopping district is really empty.
クリスマスだからな。だから店もだいたい6時で閉まる。
No kidding?
いつまでも店やってちゃ店長たちクリスマス楽しみねえもんな。
I guess that makes sense. The main plaza, which had been a bustling hive of activity all day, was now merely a busy street. If the food vendors are closed, that means the threat of fire should be minimal here. Plagued by endless questions, we make our way toward the tree where Yuna is waiting for us. Suddenly... that's the earthquake.
ビビった。地震か？
ぽいな。まだ揺れてら。
The original quake happened about the same time. A lot of the people around us seem flustered. Is it over?
何ヶ月ぶりだよ、地震なんて。
Was that a 3 or 4 on the scale? It felt like it shook quite a bit, but it's hard to tell outside. It was pretty short, though. I have a bad feeling about this. While it's not a large disaster in itself, it seems like an omen foretelling the apocalyptic chaos ahead.
あ、みんな。
We finally arrive at the Christmas tree around 20 minutes later. There we spot Yune chatting happily with some friends. As soon as she sees us, she comes rushing over.
乾杯。ジュース飲もう。
テンション高えな。
さっきからずっと盛り上がってるよ。やっぱ高野菜ってワクワクするよね。
With Yune clearly enjoying herself, it's hard for us not to join the festivities.
映画どうだった？何？当たり前じゃん。ユネが来てた午後の上映もさっきの最終上映も満員御礼だ。よかった。私の方は正直あんまり集まらなくて。
まあ仕方ないだろう。コンサートなんて初めての試みだし
もっと慰めて。
Oh. I never got to hear it. Everyone's having a fun time, laughing it up and gulping down juice. Well, everyone but me. I keep checking my watch almost obsessively, my uneasiness growing worse with every passing second.
シュウ、どうしたの？さっきからだんまりだけど。
Yes, a lot is wrong, Yune, but I can't tell you any of it. It's nothing.
な。おいシュウ、そんな時間ばっか気にしなくてもちゃんと見てるから大丈夫だぞ。
It's not about the party, Yoji. Okay? Yoji thinks I'm worried about Yune's party, but that's not the problem. The minute hand ticks toward 10, bring us even closer to our fateful
もう
crossroads.
そろそろか。ユネ、学校に行こうぜ。
学校？いいけど。あたしらはあたしらでパーティーやろうと思ってな。上映に使ったアトリエ11時まで借りてるんだ。へえ、 いいかも。じゃ、行こう行こう。
Yune seems excited, although she still has no idea about a surprise party. This is when things start to get rocky. Oh. Crap. Oh no, what's about to happen? Suddenly, out of nowhere, I feel anxiety take hold of me.
やっぱなんか具合悪そうな顔してんな、シュウ。
I'm not okay at all, Kiri. I'm fine, I promise. It's nothing. There's nothing to worry about. The fuck there is! I broke out into a cold sweat at the thought of what happened last time, but my intense anxiety quickly evaporates.
おい、本当に大丈夫か？なんかまずかったら言えよな。
I'm really okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
なんだよそれ。
At the very least, Kiri's safe with us this time. That chart Santa hat is unsinged, adorning a cheerfully smiling face. What time is it?
今はね、
Yuna checks the time for me.
もうすぐ10時だね。
Ah,
今
fuck.
58分。
Oh no. 9:58, huh? The apocalypse started just after 10. Whatever's going to happen is happening soon. Based on my memories, 10 p.m. on December 25th, 2018 is when everything went wrong. I like how you even mentioned the year.
おいシュウ、大丈夫か？キリエの言う通りなんか変だぞ。
Yeah, 2018 was like 7 years ago. I'm fine. Just nervous.
なんだ、そう気負うなって。
The reality of the situation I'm in has finally struck me. Up until now, I've only been reliving my time here. Now it's finally time to see the fruits of my labors over the past 23 days. Payday grips me as I wait to learn the results of the test that will determine our fates. Suddenly...
びっくりした。なんだよシュウ、ラッパくらいで驚きすぎだ。
Sorry, PTSD.
まあ、いきなり鳴らされたらびっくりするよな。
That was the trumpets? Trumpet blast means it's 10, but I checked my watch anyway, just to be sure. The 7th and final sounding of the trumpets. What time is it now?
10時2分。別にそんな細かく気にしなくても、琴姉たちは待っててくれるぞ。
It's time not to party. Uh-huh. I'm sure. It's just... 2 minutes. The first explosion had gone off immediately after the trumpets, so already we're on a slightly different path than last time. I can feel a weight on my chest lift slightly. At the very least, things won't play out exactly the way they did originally. Maybe we did it. Our efforts must have paid off in the end. I should have known better. Oh. Those lightning trumpets of doom resonate through the earth, as if mocking my relief.
何？今の音。
Well, at least we're together this time. Well, kind of. We have Kiri. Don't really have Sakya or Kotaha. Or Gito. Or Sister Lily. But
遠くから聞こえた気もしたけど。
爆発か？
no one has any idea of the magnitude of chaos awaiting them. Kiri, no, not now, Kiri, please. You don't want this. You don't want this kind of explosion. Kiri, known for her explosion expertise, looks conflicted, unable to believe the familiar sound assaulting her ears.
なんだったんだろうな、今の。
School. We need to get to the school right now.
今の音は学校とは逆の方角っぽかったけど。
No, the school, Yune. It did, but we don't have time. Everything's happening in the same exact way. The school isn't the first target, but the second. A panic has everyone racing for the academy. But
今のは。
that's right, from the school. This is the way I should know this, but I don't care about feigning ignorance anymore. I have to get to the bottom of this unfolding disaster quickly if I'm to get us back onto the right path. And everything's burning again.
そう。
燃えてやがる。
The scene before us is exactly the same as last time, but now Kiri's with us. Shit! No! What the hell did you do, Shu? You were given 23 days to prevent this from happening. All I can do is clench my fist, the shimmering wall of intense heat separating us from the blazing building.
なんだ？
Oh no.
雪？
It's definitely not snow. it's not cold enough. The same mysterious snow-like substance we noticed the first time lazily drifts around us. The fiery sparks mixed in with the powdery fine snow is so bizarre. It makes the threat before us seem even more unreal. The fierceness of the flames had made me forget all about this odd snow. What is it? Perhaps I'm reading too much into it, but I don't think the phenomena are linked. As the thought crosses my mind, the snow-like substance suddenly vanishes. But now there are more important things to worry about. How could I have been so naive? Even knowing what I did, I'd assumed it could never happen again. Or if it did, it'd be on a much smaller scale. And I still have no clue what started this mess. Yeah,
先輩たちとあと昨夜無事か
probably not. A flood of students pours through the main entrance just like last time. But I don't see any trace of the others. Why is this happening? I don't get it. You have to get a grip. There's no time to make sure this doesn't end the same way twice. Kiri, wasn't we heard a moment ago the sound of an explosion? That was one of my many questions the first time. I remember wanting to ask Kiri when we experienced all this originally. Huh? He takes a big whiff of the smoke curling up from inside the schoolyard. I immediately understand why. Wait, what? It's actually like the soap bomb? Huh? The faint flowery scent, synonymous of Kiri's trademark bomb, seems out of place among the burning rubble before us. That means there's a very high chance this is no accident. Do you have any idea where the source is?
ただそもそも燃え広がり方が異常だな。私もよく火薬は使うけど、校舎みたいな建物に燃え移ることはめったにない。
That's what I thought. There's no doubt about the explosion we heard is directly linked to the blaze. But it took us less than 10 minutes to get here from when we heard it. The school shouldn't be engulfed in flames. Kiri seemed to have a soothing effect on Yune, who was panicking far less than last time. Kiri's exceedingly calm demeanor helps keep us grounded in the face of such shockingly deadly fires. Please let it end here. My desperate prayers fall on deaf ears. My hopes immediately and ruthlessly squashed.
おいおいまたかよどうなってんだ
商店街の方
Happening. There's nothing I can do to stop it. It's time to face facts, and I resign myself to doing everything I can in these final moments. We can still get inside through the main gates.
おいシュまさか行くつもりじゃ
やめた方がいいぜ。入れても出れる保証がね。
We'll be fine. I know somewhere safe on school grounds is fireproof. This way look at me, clearly dumbfounded. The art gallery. It's equipped with fireproof shutters and doors to protect the priceless artifacts.
美術回廊は地下だから
でもよ、わざわざ火事の起きてる地下に入るより平気な向こうに逃げた方が。
No, because everything else is going to be burning too in a second. Another explosion. The sound echoes loudly from the direction Kiri is pointing, from the dorms.
どうなってんだ
シュウは何が起きてるか知ってるの？
Kinda sorta? I don't. No, I do. Well, slightly. We don't have time to stand around arguing. We need to make a run for it, and we have to do it now. The next explosion will happen near the Christmas tree, at which point we'll be trapped. The basement is the best chance we've got. Either that or past the Aurora.
オーロラを越えるか行ってくれるぜ
Yes, the whole town is going to be on fire in a second.
本当に逃げ場がねえなら当たり前かもな。シュウ、そんなことまで知ってるなら、その火事っていうのは止められないの？
Still haven't figured that part out yet, Yune. It's impossible. I almost can't bring myself to answer her. However, I can't turn my back on my responsibility, no matter how hard. That's why we have to go now. I know I'll be safe in the gallery.
分かった。
She nods, okay, serious, like she's putting her faith in me.
まあ確かにここでシノゴの話してる場合じゃねえな
もしかしたら避難してるやつもいるかもしれねえ。急ぐか。
Run for the front gate, aiming for the entrance to the art gallery. Yuri's right, though. It won't be long before the fire becomes so impenetrable that we won't be able to get back out. Hota's the one who originally told me how safe the art gallery is. Should she already be inside waiting for us?
着いた。
Oh, I didn't think about that. That would make sense, actually, yeah. If she was close enough.
しかし暑いな。かなり火が回ってる。
The entire campus is engulfed in flames, fire greeting us around every corner. Considering the bizarre way it spread, it's impossible to figure out the source.
いいえ、早く行かなきゃ危ないよ。
Yuri, who was leading the way, suddenly looks back at us silently.
茜。
What? What? Well, fuck. Now we just look like the bad guy. See, now we just look like we're the one that did this because we just led them into, like, a no-exit situation. It looks like we just trapped them here, and that we started this because we know where everything is when all the explosions are happening. Oh, jeez. Did you just say the door won't open? Which means it was closed at some
お
point.
いおい、嘘だろ。美術回廊が閉まってるとこなんて見たことないぜ。
But apparently it is now.
でも見ての通りだ。結構頑丈そうな扉だな。
None of us seem able to comprehend the reality that the door to the gallery is suddenly shut. How do we open it? Is there a
いや
key?
生体認証だ。俺たちの部屋と同じ。
The biometrics? Who has the authority to open it
多
then?
分先生だ。少なくとも俺たちじゃ。
I suddenly hear Yune inhale
どい
sharply.
て。
Oh,
シュ
she has it because of the audio recording. For a moment, I think Sister Lily joined us. Oh no, she's doing that. But it's not the sister. That's not her voice. It's Yume imitating her voice. Wow, she's amazing. Oh wow, wow, that really came in handy. A special talent, like imitating voices. Wow, who would have thought that would actually be so helpful? Yune's vocal abilities were so good, she's able to fool the voice recognition
そ
device.
れじゃ開いた。いや、まだだ。
Oh, does it
さ
need the fingerprints too? The lock recognized her voice. Unfortunately, there seems to be another safeguard in place.
指紋もいるっぽいな。
Yep.
これじゃさすがに開かねえ。
くそ。せっかくユネが声を通してくれたのに。
Meanwhile, the fire surrounding us is only getting more deadly. Feeling the oppressive heat against my back, I realize there's only one thing left to do.
おい、誰か
あ
開けてくれ。いるんだろ。
So scream and panic? Yoji begins banging on the wall. Ignoring the identification device, he begins frantically calling out to whoever might hear us. But there's no response. Oh, fuck. Can everybody imitate fingerprints?
こんな狭いところにいたらまとめてやられちまう。
We race back out to the courtyard, only to be confronted by a hopeless scene of destruction.
あれこれ正門どっち？
I don't think there is one unite. That way, I think. Dancing flames surrounding us, everything is blanketed in a shimmering wall of heat. I think the gate is that way, but all I can see ahead of us is a wall of fire.
絶命か。
映画なら助けが来るんだけどな。
This isn't a movie. It's real life. It's also my second time experiencing it. Are we really doomed to die? Guilt washes over me as my mind flashes over every decision I made leading up to this moment. Each wrong choice is like an arrow to my heart. And what hurts the most is all the horrifying realization that there's nothing I can do.
私たち死んじゃうの？
God. It kills me to see Yuna look at me like that. Seeing that expression of mortified pain for the second time, full of hate for some unknown god and self-pity, is more than I can take.
私たちはさ、ノアになるんだよ。町が神様に滅ぼされないように箱舟を作るの。
That's what she said before sending us back in time. She wholeheartedly believed that we could save the town. Please, my final breath would cry out for a miracle like so many dying souls have done before. I pray that next time I'll get it right. And next time I won't fail. My desperation is tinged with childish excuses. I need another chance. Yuna has no idea this is the second reiteration of events. But she prayed for a second chance before and hoped to never live through the tragedy again. But this time, I'll do it too. I want a chance at a better ending. I know I can do better this time. People might look down on me for this. Honestly, I don't care. I prayed as hard as I could, like Yune did once, with the knowledge of how far I've come. It's like in that time travel movie. Yune. We'll keep repeating the past until we get the right ending. The next thing I know...
私もこんな最後は嫌だよ。
Yune? Are you here with your memories now?
助けて、シュウ。
Their vision fades into a snow-covered landscape. I feel my soul float to the surface. Chapter 3, Part 2. The mad, ostinato of a butterfly's wings. Oh, my bad. My finger twitched. Are we back in the place? Yeah, the, art gallery place now? Because if we're back in the place, then the first thing we need to do is tell Yune that when we were back in time, she lost her memories. So she knows that she'll keep losing them now. I hear someone call my name, the voice muffled and distant. I sense my soul and body, and a peace settles over me from the unique comfort of knowing I'm back. Am I back? I must have escaped the fire at some point because I'm inside the art gallery. Which means we've ended up exactly where we were last time. Where's Yune? Fuck. SOS! My eyes dot around the area, knowing she must be somewhere close by. Oh, oh thank goodness! For a minute, I thought it took you away from me because like of how you of how you lost your memories the last time, and it was gonna make me do it without you still. Oh, Yune suddenly appears in front of me, shaking me violently with both hands. Hey, oh, hold on. What's wrong? Oh wait, you actually stayed here, so it like split your soul or something? I thought you still went back with us. You were all alone? In other words, it seems Yune was trapped in a different state of existence than me. If that's the case, then... You didn't go back with me? How come? That's weird. No wonder she's crying. Also, how long has it been? Like, is there like a difference between the times, or is it still like the same amount of time? No wonder she's crying. The original Yune was trapped in this alternate reality, which explains why the Yune I'd seen after I went back in time didn't remember anything. Yeah, I thought that too. I'm so sorry. I honestly thought it worked perfectly. The only thing that went right was the time travel itself, unfortunately. That's why I'm back. Wait, hold on a minute now. Hold on a minute, I just realized something. So, if every time, like she sends us back in time for us to save the town, but she stays here, doesn't that mean we can't save her? Well, no, because it would still save her, right? Right? Huh. I'm sorry. I thought I could change fate itself, and look what happened. Have you been trapped here for the entire 23 days? I'm sorry. Well, I was desperately trying to change the course of destiny. Yune was stuck, twiddling her thumbs. I can only imagine the excruciating torture of being trapped in this reality, so unlike our own. Yune. There's no missing the loneliness hidden behind her hesitant laughter. She had no guarantee I'd ever return. I can't even begin to imagine how she must have felt waiting here by herself. Thank you, Yune. But I don't deserve any amount of praise. And if I find myself back here, it only means I failed. I can't forgive myself. I gave us a second chance and I wasted it. There's so much I could have done differently, but part of me didn't believe it could end the way it did. Walking through town multiple times, establishing safety protocols and evacuation zones. And for what? None of it made any difference. I assumed it was all an unfortunate accident, one we could avoid the second time around. I was wrong about one thing. It wasn't an accident. Someone set those fires on purpose.
シュ
I can't shake the shame, guilt, and regret. I want nothing more for than Yune to hate me for what I failed to do, resenting the relief I feel for finding myself back here.
顔を上げてシュ
I'm so sorry. This Yune has no idea what happened. It's a far too self-indulgent confession to make, ultimately making myself feel better.
シュが悔しがってるのはわかるけど、私はこうしてまた会えたことが嬉しいよ。
Oh, Yune. Yune.
今みたいなシュ初めて見たから、きっと今の私じゃわかんないような辛いこといっぱいあったんだと思う。
I mean, it was pretty much just like what we saw last time, except worse, because the ship still happened anyway, even though I was trying to avoid it.
だけどね、それはもう過去なんだよ。
Thank
こ
you,
こに
Yune.
私がいる限り。
Thank you, Yune.
過去だけど過去じゃない。その過去はいつでも変えられる未来でもあって。
We were able to go back in time. For Yune, this place represents an almost dreamlike imaginary state of being.
私だってシュウが嫌な気持ちでいる未来なんて嫌だよ。それならいっそ納得いくまで繰り返した方がずっといいもん。
That would be for the best, yes. Her words seem sincere as she beams at me. Her smile, so bright it could make sunflowers bloom, seems out of place here in this town. You're so sweet, Yune. It seems as if she saved me once again. How is she still this overwhelmingly kind after being left alone for so long? I'm sorry. You're right about everything. You can still go back and make things right.
そうそう。それに次があるならシュウの知識はさらに倍だし。
I need to tell you what happened before I leave.
落ち着いてからでいいよ。
I began telling Yune everything that happened during my second run-through.
へえ。じゃあ向こうの私はいつもと一緒だったんだ。
Yeah, you not remembering everything that happened was a bit of a shock at first. The original Yune stuck in this alternate reality, the Yune in the second timeline was completely in the dark. It's unclear how the two are connected, but it seems safe to say our memories are being stored here, wherever this is. You never believed me, no matter how hard I tried to explain.
あははなんでかな。自分がアンナになったなんて聞いたら嬉しいと思うんだけど。
Yes, that is exactly what happened. To be fair, the whole situation sounds improbable. Plus, as of December 3rd, we only just met a few days before.
ごめんね。信じてあげられなくて。なんか自分のことなのに変な感じ。それでやっぱり火事は防げなかったと。
No, I tried. I'm sorry. I thought I managed to eliminate every single flammable threat, and I kept a close eye on the entire town the day of. Although far from perfect, I done the best I could with the limited resources available to me. Oh, I did learn something new at least.
本当？
Yeah, the art gallery is fireproof and waterproof. The source of the fires. You see, the giant blast we heard coming from somewhere in the middle of town. It was an explosion.
爆弾。
A man-made bomb. The idea brings one very specific person to mind.
そうだよね。でっかい音がしたし、地面も揺れてたし。
Yeah, it happened at the school in the shopping district. The explosions are what caused the fires.
なんか爆発って言うとやっぱりキリエを思い出しちゃう。
I mean, yeah. I find it impossible to believe she was behind it, but... Actually, Kira's the one who realized what was going on.
あ、そっか。今度はキリエも一緒にいたんだもんね。
Yeah, like I said before, I don't think she's behind it either. But, yeah, she is the person you think of when you think of explosions, so... But even she was like, man, I don't like this at all, so... Which is what I thought she'd be like. I remember catching the faint hint of soap mixed in with the smoke. She said they were similar to the Brooker she uses in her films. She didn't act suspicious or anything. Actually, she was calm the whole time, and very helpful. It's kind of a long shot. Maybe someone typed a couple bombs from her stockpile.
でもいくら切り絵の爆弾でもあんな大きな火事って
That's the other problem. The speed at which the fire spread doesn't make any sense. Carrie said the same. We raced over as soon as we heard the explosion to find the building already engulfed in flames. There's no denying that what we saw, but it should have taken far longer for the shopping district to be consumed by flames, let alone the school. The order of explosions was exactly the same. Savetta goes off first, then St. Ari Academy, followed by the shopping district, and then Palm Dorms. I felt the same despair wash over me, like some kind of messed up deja vu. The mind had quickly realized there was no escaping the fate that awaited us the first time. It didn't come from the outside world, but it's clear it was no ordinary fire. At the very least, it seemed obvious the explosions were planned. While the motive is still up in the air, those bombs were set on purpose. With that in mind, it seems like we were right all along.
それって
It really was the end of the world. When we first arrived here, we've been plagued by the same thought. The apocalypse that had destroyed the rest of the world 101 years ago had returned for vengeance. Everything happened just as the Book of Revelation foretold. Do you remember that incident in the beginning with the rampaging horses?
私は聞いただけだけどそれもまた起きたの
I tried to warn the caretaker, but it didn't do much good. It seems like someone cut the reins on purpose.
確かにあの日はなんか変なことが多かったかも
Everything we initially thought were accidents happened again the second time through.
他のみんなはどうだった
Well, I began filling her in on the details, including how she tricked the voice recognition device.
そっかやっぱり私の知ってる前とはだいぶ違うね
It's pretty interesting, actually. Everyone's reactions changed so drastically from minor changes in my behavior.
アンナでもあったよねそういうシーン些細なことがいろいろ影響を及ぼすみたいな
Yep, the butterfly effect. Probably why butterfly was in the chapter title. That's what made me so worried. The last thing I wanted to do was stumble and set off a string of events. It's like tiptoeing through a minefield. My overly cautious actions meant I was able to keep the peace, and in turn get closer to everyone. Something I should keep in mind for next time.
でも天気とかそういうところは変わんないよね
It was exactly the same. Nothing I did seemed to have any effect on the environment. The ground shook just like it had last time. It seems like my actions could only reach so far. The widespread destruction followed the exact same path as it originally did.
あそうだ今度は私の方からも分かったことを教えるね
You learned something? I thought you were just staying here the whole time. What do you mean? I thought you never stuck here the whole time. Seeing the confusion on my face, she gives me a wink.
そうずっとここにいたからこの世界の仕組みとかあのリンゴの力とかもっと見えてきたの
Oh, really? Can your apple give you your memories? I see.
なんせやることがないからそれにここで考えてればなんとなく分かってくるんだよ
The spiritual world that lacks substance. All souls can move freely from our bodies like before when Nina suddenly appeared in front of me. It's clear this place was willed into existence.
ねまずあのリンゴは2種類あって
Okay?
私が食べたのが生命のリンゴシュウが食べたのは知恵のリンゴ
Life and wisdom. So the red apple must hold the secret of life, while the green apple holds wisdom.
私たちが思った通り2つのリンゴにはやっぱり違いがあったの
Can it give me the wisdom to prevent the tragedy? Which explains the different effects upon eating them. All it takes is a tiny nibble to reap the benefits. It reminds me of an item in a game. You know the red apple gave you the power to time travel. I also have no idea what the green apple did.
でもね青リンゴの力はもう発揮されてるの
Oh, really?
私の赤リンゴはそれを最初に食べた時間まで巻き戻す効果
That's right. You figured it out right away. So then, what power did I end up
シ
with?
ュウの青リンゴは巻き戻った後もそれまでの記憶を引き継ぐ効果
That's some really low tier wisdom, I'm just saying. Huh? You mean...
私が何も覚えてなかったのも自然なことだったみたい。
But assume the Red Apple both gave someone the power to time travel as well as the ability to retain all the past memories. Is it possible the two apples are meant to be used together?
ないかもね。同じこと繰り返すだけになっちゃう。
Yeah? We'd assume both time travel and memory retention were a package deal, like in our favorite movie. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense that one would retain memories no matter what.
だからね、やっぱり私にはシューが必要なの。巻き戻した世界で自由に動けるのはシューだけだから。
Did you just take a bite from the other apple?
もともと男女一組じゃないとあのリンゴは出てこなくて、食べれるのも一人一つだけなんだって。
Okay, I see. I see. You just have to take a word for it. There's no way she could have learned all that just from spending time here by herself. The space where we find ourselves in, the seemingly perpetual time loop, goes beyond basic human
そ
understanding.
れと、あとはここに戻ってくる条件かな。リンゴを食べた人、つまり私たちのどっちかが祈ることがこうスイッチになってるみたい。
I guess that was me this time, huh?
そう。だから私たち二人が納得してクリスマスを越せるまで、多分この現象は終わらない。
If my memory's intact and Yune's missing, I'll be forced to relive the events of that night until we're both satisfied with the outcome. That's why I was able to do it too. It was my prayer that brought me here. I may not believe in God, but there's no denying Yune's power. So that's a trigger that leads us here.
でもその祈りが通じるのは25日。クリスマスだけみたい。
Why is that?
わかんないよ。
She shrugs her shoulders with a laugh.
でもやっぱりクリスマスって特別な日だからなのかな。なんとなくだけど。
There was a Christmas tree that turned those ornaments into real apples.
そうそう。だからね、あんまりツリーから離れすぎたらダメになっちゃうみたい。それはちょっと注意してほしいかも。
It's a matter of distance, huh? If that's the case, then the Academy is still within bounds. Our world, including this time loop, revolves around those two apples and the tree that birthed them.
というわけなので、
Possibly.
もう一回アタック。
Leave it to me. I have no intention of letting things end like this. I feel more motivated than ever, knowing we can't succeed if our combined efforts.
だからごめんね。週にはまた2日まで戻ってもらうことになるんだけど。
I mean, considering our only other option is certain death, that's fine by me. I would have begged you to otherwise. I can't accept an ending that grim. I still feel the same as I did the first time. If there's a chance to fix things, I'll take it. But it also means we'll be stuck here again, waiting for me to come back. It would be nice if I could make things right this time around. By the way, is there a limit to how many chances we get to reset time?
それは
That's actually a pretty good question. I asked Yune, who of all people should know the answer, having eaten the red apple. She awkwardly averts her eyes as she answers.
何回でもいいよ。
What do you mean pretty sure? Also, why'd you hesitate? Why don't you look me in the
大
eyes?
丈夫。私が寂しいくらい。
Yune, please. I can only imagine how it must have felt for her to be trapped here all by herself. It's hard to believe we have unlimited access to miraculous powers like this.
大丈夫。奇跡が一度しか起きないなんて決まってないから。
She says it cheerfully. Can I really trust her overwhelming positivity? I guess I have no choice. I guess there's no point in worrying since I know I'll be able to do it this time. I can't get caught making the same mistakes. If I don't get it right this time,
爆発が原因ならやっぱり切り絵に聞くのが手っ取り早いのかな。
might be a good idea actually. Good idea. I can ask if she's got any bombs tucked away in weird places.
でも切り絵は面白半分であんなことする子じゃないよ。
I know. I doubt she planted those bombs on purpose, but could it have been an accident?
切り絵なら余計にありえそう。
Handling explosives safely is tricky for amateurs. One simple mistake could easily lead to the chaos I've witnessed 2 times now. That means all my warnings over fire safety were completely pointless.
じゃあやっぱり誰かが意図して。
Really? Are we sure about this? I'll go into this with that assumption in mind. It'll be better if that's what happened.
いい？どうして？
I think it was someone brought down the wrath of God himself.
確かに。
I like how Shu said he doesn't believe in God, but then said he's worried about that. Are you sure you don't believe in God, Shu? Even if there's some sort of bomb set to go off on Christmas, if we can figure out in time, then it's no problem. It's far better than an unavoidable natural disaster.
それじゃあまた弓を引くね。
Wait, is there anything else you think I should do? I need some advice before I leave. Last time I felt completely helpless, with no good ideas besides figuring out the best escape routes or evacuation spots. I suppose I'd back with the same goals as last time, meaning I need a new battle plan.
シュウの話を聞く感じ、結構前と同じような立ち位置でやってたんだよね。
Yeah, mainly because I was trying so hard to keep my original friendships intact.
やっちゃえば？
Alrighty then. Do what?
最初から全部事情を話してこんなことが起こるかもしれないって言えばみんなも納得してくれるかも。
Maybe. I'm no Noah though, and the chances of them believing me are slim. Especially considering I showed up only a few days before. You didn't believe me the first time I tried telling you, so I'm skeptical. I wouldn't believe me either, honestly.
そうだよね。私もシュウのこと信じられなかったんだから。ごめんね。
It's okay. It's okay, it's fine. I can't blame you. It's hard to believe something so far-fetched without even a shred of supporting evidence. If I was able to find the bomb, however, then everyone would have no choice but to believe me.
なるほど。爆弾探しね。
Until now, I've been working up the assumption this whole thing was an accident. If someone set the whole thing up, controlling it from an isolated location.
どこかに爆弾が隠されてる可能性もあり得ると。
I should have been treating it more like hide and seek. I'll be sure to search far more diligently this time. I'm still not convinced this isn't an accident. But if the fires were purposely set, then that would explain why my fire safety measures were so meaningless. I honestly never even considered the fires being anything other than accidental. You could always escape to the art gallery while it's still accessible and wait out the fires. That won't actually solve anything.
誰か違う人と仲良くなってみるとか、単純にお友達増やしてみるとか。
You said go make more friends, loser. What does that have to do with Christmas?
シュウも言ってたじゃん。ちょっと話す内容が変わるだけでも大違いなんだって。
It might work. I just have no idea what will happen.
あとはそうだな。先生たちにも呼びかけてみるとか。
I only know one teacher. Good idea. I'll do that.
他には。そうそう。もういっそさ、本物のサンタクロースを名乗っちゃえば？
That would be
それな
very
ら外から入ってきた説明もつくし。
that would be very funny. The real Santa. Can you not see my smooth, beardless face?
大丈夫大丈夫。見た目は若いけど、なんかそれっぽい理由になるよ。
Bruh. Can I? I'm not necessarily opposed to calling myself Santa. At least I've got a couple other plans. I'll keep warning people about fire safety precautions while putting them into motion.
私はまたこの記憶をなくしちゃうと思う。赤リンゴにそういう力はないから。ごめんね。こんなことシュウにしか頼めなくて。私も本当は力になりたいんだけど。
That's how she goes sometimes. I took on that responsibility by eating the green apple.
私たちの町を救ってきっとシュウならできるって信じてるから。
I'll try my best, Yune. Yune. Although she feels helpless, she is truly a force to be reckoned with. I wouldn't even be able to get back to time without her. Your analogy of yourself as the bow makes perfect sense now. You're the bow and I'm the arrow being shot back through time.
そう、そんな感じ。だから私がピッて弓を引いてシュウっていう矢を飛ばすの。
Nice. I imagined us both being shot through time originally. The bow and arrow analogy makes perfect sense in my mind. Yune is the bow and I am the arrow. That means we're in this together. We need each other.
そうかも。宙を引っ張るのはちょっと重いけど。
Wow! I thought you wanted me to be Santa. If you want me to be Santa, I can't be losing pounds. Come on now, Yune. Pick one. Hey! You chuckled before immediately focusing on the task at hand. I did my best to stay out of her way. Shoot your arrow back to that day in the past, when we first ate those apples. The legend of William Tell and his famous apple flashes through my mind.
オッケー。これでいける。飛ばせるよ。
Thank you. I'm sorry for leaving you here to hold down the fort, but I'm gonna do it this time.
任せたからね。それじゃあ、いっけー。
Alright, round 3. Moonhelly. Oh crap, wait! If I do succeed in changing our future for the better, what will happen to the original Unite? That's what I was saying before, see, but... Oh no. Before I can ask, my consciousness is already on the way back to December 2nd. That's what I was worried about. My girl. I'm trying to be safe too. Aw, fuck. December 12th, Sunday. Why do you have to bring that up? Now I'm worried about it again. I think it worked, but... Alright, this is the day of the blackness. It's December 2nd, but I'm still unconscious. Using Unite's bow and arrow metaphor, perhaps I got shot so fast that it takes a moment for reality to catch up to my consciousness. It's just a hunch. I'm pretty sure that's what I learned from the apple. December 3rd, Monday. Alright, well. And we're back here again. Wait 1 sec, sorry. Where? I'm awake. I can move my body. A wave of deja vu washes over me. Unsurprising since it's my 3rd time waking up here. My alarm clock is still in one piece.
ただいま12月3日月曜日7時30分。
It worked. I found myself almost strangely calm. I wasn't necessarily anxious the second time I woke, but I remember leaping out of bed with a sense of purpose. Yuna should be here any moment now. Come on in, Yuna. 1 sec, I'm coming. I know Yuna remembers nothing from the other timelines or realities. I dig deep into my memory for the right words to say as I struggle to remain calm, but I was not supposed to do that this time, remember? I won't let things go wrong again. I'm going to save the town and Yune for sure. December 3rd, Monday. I'm going to do things a bit differently this time, taking what Yune told me into account. The most important thing is my search for hidden bombs, and surprisingly, I managed to stumble upon something very suspicious. Could this be the proof I need? A strange object was tucked away in a hidden space on the first floor of the store's school building. The seemingly unassuming box becomes far more suspicious knowing what I do. December 11th. Wow, okay. December 11th, Tuesday. I bring it to the only expert I know on the subject the following day. Of course. Of course. Are you serious? I found it tucked away in one of the school buildings. It's not just the item itself that's suspicious. The box had been hidden by a piece of white tape. The same color as the wall, making it almost impossible for anyone to notice. The same explosive you use for your movies? Bomb. Hearing Carrie speak those words is all I needed to know I was on the right trail. How powerful do you think it is? So the explosion would be pretty small? Don't be stupid. There's no way. There's more than one way?
いろいろあるんだよ。私はよく導火線は使うけど、それっぽいのは生えてないし。
You don't recognize
そ
it?
うだな。けど、かなり本格的なやつだぜ。
Wait, what?
これ作れんの、私とリリー先生くらいだと思ってたけどな。
Sister Lily can do it too? Sister Lily? It's the last time I was expecting to hear. I know, right? What the heck? She can make bombs?
うん。元になるブルーカの石鹸は基本的に店長の店で買ってるんだけど。
Got it from Jack? To be fair, soap by itself isn't that dangerous. I don't know the first thing about turning bath bombs into actual bombs.
照合するときとかはリリー先生によく相談すんだ。量とか、それこそ起爆剤とかな。
Oh wow, really? Huh. Man, I really don't want to be suspicious of Sister Lily, but like, I still remember like the stuff that she was saying when we like first met her, implying that she might also be from outside the Aurora. I really want to trust her though. According to Kiri, Sister Lily originally taught her how to make brickers, providing advice about the process the entire way. I thought there should be some subjects that are off limits for students. Probably, especially for Kiri. Maybe stick to science next time.
それに、マジで石鹸だけで作れるもんでもねえし、それこそ危ねえから他人に教えたりしないけど。
Whoever made this seem to know how to do
そう
it.
なるな。
At the very least, it doesn't look like it'll go off anytime
科
soon.
学しない限りは。
Incidentally, can you make it snow by setting off your brickers?
雪？
Maybe not snow, but something that looks like it.
中になんかパウダーでも仕込まれてるなら、それが飛び散るのはあるんじゃね？
That must be it. I'd personally experienced this mysterious powdery snowdust phenomenon multiple times. The mysterious flakes always appeared, seemingly for no reason, only for the wind to carry them away shortly after. I don't even know if they're related to anything important.
まあ、なんかそういう演出用のパーティーグッズとでも考えたら、そういうこともあるか。
No, it's not even close. The bomb is powerful enough to set up entire school. The bomb is powerful enough to set an entire school ablaze.
なわけねえじゃん、こんなちっこいのに。
Well, you're probably right, but that still doesn't make me feel any better.
校舎ぶっ壊すなんて、私が本気でやっても作れないぜ。それにこんなサイズじゃ、いくつ集めても大した威力になんねえけどな。
What if you combined it with something else? Like drugs. At any rate, what should we do with
どう
this?
すればいいって。
She grabs the brook from my hand, and as if I asked the dumbest question in the
や
world.
るしかねえだろ。
Kiri, wait! What if I end up with the same
同
results?
じ結果？
I just meant whether you set off on purpose or not, it'll explode either way.
木がどうこう言ってたじゃねえか。あんなの聞かされたら気になるぜ。
Just out of
そ
curiosity.
れに変な構造してるし、気になるんだよな。何を壊そっかな。
Kiri, no. No. Absolutely no. I know there's no way we'll get out of this unscathed. Kiri's knowledge of bombs far surpasses mine, but I've seen the horrific Christmas aftermath
物
twice.
は試しって言うだろ。
For science, my butt! At least tell the teacher first. It seems natural to tell the teachers about a suspicious object found on school grounds. Considering Sister Lily knows her way around explosives, this should be simple enough.
じゃ、これは私が処理しとくぜ。
You saying you're gonna throw it away?
ああ、もちろん。
I don't believe you. She refuses to meet my gaze. Yeah, huh, punk? You're not fooling anyone. This isn't a toy. You need to dispose of it properly.
わかってるって。
Do you? He's her usual shady self. Despite knowing how dangerous these explosives can be, I have no choice but to hand it over. Shortly after... Oh no. Oh, I thought she was gonna use it right away. I legit thought she was about to use it like right then. Yes, I found it after school. I explained how I found the device and about giving it to Kiri for
なる
safekeeping.
ほど。それにしても、
Shut.
キリエさんのものではないのですか？
Sorry about that. Here you go.
なるほど。それは確かに有識事態。それにしても、キリエさんのものではないのですか？
It doesn't look like it. She didn't appear to be lying, but I know what approach she is at acting, so that doesn't mean much. Still, knowing her, she'd probably own up to
ご
it.
報告ありがとうございます。他の先生方にも相談して警戒を強めたいと思います。
Thanks. I'll keep looking in case there are more. Just like that, I have an excuse for my rather bizarre Easter egg hunt. It should be a piece of cake to find the rest, considering I know exactly which buildings are targeted for explosion. December 13th, Thursday. Hey, Sakya.
はい。なんでしょう、ドスケベ先輩。
Flipping at it. I'm not a giant perv. Anyway, could you show me where Savetta is?
さすがの私もチベット生に手を出すのはドン引きです。
What do you mean? I'm not going to mess with anyone. I just want to see it for myself.
別にいいですけど、私の通ってたのは第一チベットですが、大丈夫ですか？
Yeah. Actually, could you show me where the second building is too? Figures. Alright. Once I talk my way inside Savetta, which I don't even know how to get to, I'll quickly find what I'm looking for. If the cause of the explosion's explained, I know what to do next. Oh, it's getting closer again. December 17th, Monday. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Okay, it's December 21st, Friday. Oh, that's scaring me. It's only 4 days away now. The source of the fires are these bombs planted everywhere. Knowing that, I can ramp up my investigation of the town. In most cases, cops can't expect a crime scene until after the crime's been committed, but I'm doing so in advance. It only took me 2 tries, but I finally landed some laudable results. Hey Kiri, I found another.
これでもう何個目だ？
18.
マジか。なんでそんなに？
The number of Brookos seems to match the space they're set in. They're not sensitive enough to explode on touch alone, so I've been using Kiri's tools to carefully remove them one by one.
他に隠されてそうな怪しい場所とかないのか？
That should be it.
全部ってどうしてわかるの？
Huh? Well, I just have a feeling.
まさかシュウ、お前自分で？
Of course not. You gotta believe me. Which is exactly what the guilty party would say in this situation. Hey, listen.
よく考えたらこんな小さいもん普通見つけらんねえよな。
怪しいな。
I already said it wasn't me. The devices, less than 10 centimeters long, would be impossible to spot, especially as perfectly camouflaged as these were. And having insider knowledge gives me an upper hand. It's north of Savetta and St. Aria. It moves to the shopping district, palm dorms, the Christmas tree, the park, then the second Savetta, and all 3 chic buildings. I managed to find every single mini brooker and safely discarded them. It was backbreaking work combing through every nook and cranny, but the payoff was astounding.
にしてもこれは悪質だよな。どこも見つけづらい場所に隠してあったし。
Yeah. They were all tucked away, completely out of sight. Not only were they trying to hide their devices, but the locations were carefully chosen to amplify the power of each explosion by
商
magnitudes.
店街のアーケード場なんかどうやって登ったんだろう。
Yoji had heard what was going on and ended up joining Kiri and me in our hunt for brookers. With more hands at deck, we were able to more thoroughly scour more locations.
シュウ、後で先生にも報告しといてな。
Okay. Now I can look forward to the culture festival instead of dreading it. We said that out loud. We found the source of the fires and destroyed them. It was the best we could hope for.
でもこれ、ほんと複雑な構造してんだよな。
A terrifying one.
どうなんだろうな。
Terrifying ones, Carrie. Quit it. She just slaps me off. I'm sure they're far more deadly than any of the bombs you use for your movies. Not that I know anything about explosives or how to make them.
信じらんねえな、こんなサイズで。余計に試したくなるけど。確かにこの構造はすごい。
She holds up to Brooker in one hand as she
こ
explains.
のよ、音楽図みたいなとこに煮詰めたブルーカを吸わせてると思うんだけど、反対側にも同じのがついてんだよな。こっちとこっちでバランス取んなくちゃいけねえから気使うとこなんだけど、 なんか絶妙に均整が取れてんだよな。こんな細かいのにどうやってんのかなこれ。手作業で量を調整してるんだとしたらやべえな。
I have no idea what you're talking about, but from what I can tell, it's pretty impressive.
まあそうだな。使ってみないことにはわからんけど、これだけなら一つの作品だぜ。
A work of art. This is the way I went to the academy, specializing in bomb making. The horrifying thought briefly crosses my mind, but I know Carrie's the only bomb fanatic at the academy. By the way, where have you been storing all these mini brickers? Not in your room, right?
貸し倉庫つっても小さいスペースだけどな。安いし。
Maybe someone stole them from there.
だから言ってんだろ。私じゃこんなの作れねえって。
There's a hint of what sounds like disappointment in her voice.
しかしこれだけの爆弾があれば
No.
演出で使うやつを自分で作らなくて済むな。
Carrie, please. Well, I told you that you absolutely cannot use them. Do you have a death wish or
分か
something?
ってるって。
I am being serious, Carrie. You're clearly not taking this seriously. The fact is that we managed to clear the source of the threat from all 10 locations. Worst case scenario, at least now no one will get hurt. Although there's no way. Although here's the way things could go wrong now. What's else supposed to be there? This time I swear I'm going to give you your birthday gift, Yune. The time's a charm, as they say. I don't know about that shit. What if they just try and do something else instead of explosions now? The story chance is quickly becoming well worth it. I'll be back with Yune, but killing her funny stories from this timeline before I know it. I was waiting for or so I thought. December 25th. Oh, okay, it's Christmas. December 25th, Tuesday. No drunk party this time? Oh god. How did this happen? This sorrow and burden is far deeper than anyone human should ever experience. What happened? It's the store flames? How are the store flames? I thought we took care of all the explosions. I thought it was going to be something else this time because we took away all the bombs. It's still on fire. Another one. The dorms, the schools, the shopping district. And even the gigantic Christmas tree blazing brightly, we're trapped with nowhere to go. Yune is right by my side, as she always is. Oh no. Fuck. I don't get it. Why is this happening again? How about destroying all the explosives? We nipped this problem in the bud. Even if we missed one mini bricker, there's no way it would be powerful to perfectly duplicate to full power multiple explosives. I don't get it. I made sure we got rid of every single bricker. Here, you're standing next to me, overhears my angry mutterings and responds immediately.
私お前に怒られると思って黙ってたんだけどよ。
Carrie? What?
シュウが持ってきた18個の爆弾全部ダミーだったぜ。見せかけだけはめちゃくちゃよくできてたけどな。
Huh? Dummies? You're saying that there are fake bombs? No way. That's impossible. Right? They planted fake bombs? Does somebody, did this person know that we're going back in time and they're trying to get us off their trail? Hello?
きつく言われたから使うつもりはなかったんだけど、火薬だけ拝借しようと思って中身はちょいとな分解しちまった。
We were never in danger from them?
爆弾ですらねえよ。ブルーカの模造品一枚刃小道具みたいな。
I see. What is she talking about? Bootleg bombs? Why would someone do something so bizarre?
これってもしかして本物がまだ残ってたってことなのか。私シュウに伝えとけよかったのか。けどよ、あんな小さいのでこんな私にもわかんねえし信じらんねえ。
I don't get it either. I don't understand anything. It's not the only thing going wrong. It's all out of order. Oh fuck. Changed now too. There's the butterfly effect. Yep, butterfly effect because we messed up stuff. So now, yep. The explosions went off in a different order this time. Up until now, it started at the school, then moved to the shopping district, and then the dorms. This time it started at the dorms, then moved to the tree, the shopping district, Savetta, Chic, the park, and ended at St. Aria. It was like the flames were mocking the students who tried escaping to the academy. The art gallery was locked this time, too. The doors were just as impenetrable as last time. In the end, I found myself once again facing a wall of fire with nowhere to turn. Oh, Yune. I never want to hear Yune's defeated shrieks of pain ever again. This is all my fault for not being honest with her about this entire mess. Well, round 4? Goodness gracious. Can't see how that didn't go well either. Hey, I'm back. It still wasn't enough. The night ended yet again in tragedy. I sent my fist into my thighs, overwhelmed by hopelessness and my inability to change anything. Suddenly... Yune. Ooh, Yune. Yune appeared before my eyes, throwing herself to my arms and knocking the wind from me. Oh. You know, gotta look at the silver lining. At least, you know, Yune's here for us with a hug whenever we come back. That's a good part, at least. I'm sorry I left you all alone. It's okay now. The way she clings to me seems almost desperate. I just hold her, stroking her hair. Considering what we've gone through, I don't mind her clinginess one bit. Yeah, I failed again. Not well at all. Sorry. It happened again. Investigating the source and fighting and disposing of all the bombs didn't change anything. And helplessness leaves me on the verge of tears. Yeah, I prayed for another chance, and here I am. That is the miracle of the red apple, the fruit of life. Let me fill you in on what happened this time. Never mind. This is fine. Yune, who had her arms wrapped around me, swiftly steps back. I understand why she's so desperate for human contact, considering she'd been left all alone in this uncharted space for close to a month. Yune. Okay. First off, I decided to follow your advice about looking for anything suspicious. And that's it. I thought taking care of everything, but it didn't make one difference. Yes. They were all fake. I told them exactly what Kiri said to me. Yeah. No one leaves live explosives lying around just where they could go off at any moment. Also, I learned Kiri buys all the soap she uses to make her broker bombs from Jack's store. You told me 10 or 20 of those things would be enough to blow an entire house sky high. Oh, sorry, I burped, excuse me. According to Kiri, it's usually not possible to pack that much punch into such a tiny device. You have to rely on Kiri since most normal people, including us, don't know much about bombs. How ironic that her over-the-top enthusiasm over action movies would end up coming in handy. Kiri was at my side the entire time. In fact, she ended up dismantling one of the devices. You're telling me. I don't feel as if we made much progress this time around. We've narrowed down the possible sources, but I'm no closer to solving this mess than before. Only on that day. For some reason, on Christmas night, it's closed. I checked in the afternoon and it was still open. The explosions might trigger some locking mechanism, which none of us were able to open. I mean, you're helping by sending us back in time. How are you doing? You've been stuck here this entire time. Exhausting? What do you mean? I'm assuming she doesn't mean physically.
シュウが重く感じるんだよね。あの日まで飛ばすのにぎゅっと力を込めなくちゃいけなくて。
Rude.
それがなんとなく疲れる。
You need a
とん
break?
でもないない。ほら、さっさと次に行くよ。
Still have a chance. Although who knows if that's good or bad.
ただ
Hmm?
なるべく少ない回数で済む方がありがたいというか。
I mean, I'm trying, Yune, I'm trying. Of course. Hopefully this next jump will be the one.
あ、でも本当は次の次もいけるから。
Wait, what? Only 2 more? I thought you said there was unlimited.
あと7回く
What
らい。
happened? What happened to the unlimited? 7. I can't tell whether that's a lot or not enough. For vagueness about what exactly that means, there's plenty of room for doubt. Okay? So that means there is a limit on how many times we can revisit the past.
一応は。
Yune, what does this mean? Don't push yourself too hard.
全然してないよ。ただ7回くらいなら大丈夫だろうなと思って。
Yune, what happens after 7 tries? You tried twice now, so 9 in total?
それくらいなら多分。
Oh, not like I plan on failing this time around. They didn't plan on failing the first time around either. So what happened? I can't keep relying on a safety net to send me back again if I fail. Plus, there's no guarantee Yune can safely send me back every single
で
time.
もどうやって？
Yeah, good question. That's my main problem. I did what I could last time based on what I learned previously and Yune's own knowledge. I have no idea what's left to try. The fight alone makes me anxious. But I guess all that's left is to catch the culprit.
実際に爆弾がある以上、そうだよね。
Yeah? Those explosive devices didn't appear out of nowhere. Someone had to plant them. If they truly are evil, then it's best to confront them head on. That would determine our next move. But if it's a man-made disaster, not a natural one, we have a higher chance at stopping it. On the other hand, we still have no idea what this person's motive is.
犯人が何かするところを見張ってるとか？
I have no idea when they plant the real bombs. I found the first bomb around December 10th, but I have no idea when it was initially placed there. Plus, it was a fake, according to Kiri. In her words, a bootleg bomb. Which means I planted the real bombs later. At least I know the targets, which is a huge advantage. There's a chance they waited for us to dispose of all the fakes before planting the real ones. From their point of view, all they knew was the bombs began randomly vanishing. From my side, I thought I was making things safe while tossing fake bombs. It's possible they reset the bombs, although I have no idea when. At any rate, I need to focus on doing more than last time. Something different. Why are you winking at me? She smiles at me almost proudly.
任せなさいシュウ。こんなこともあろうかと思って、私はいくつか案を考えてたの。
Okay, let's hear him, Yuna. That's right. You've been here basically twiddling your thumbs with nothing to do. This is also like a strategy meeting, and we're simply bouncing ideas off each other. Thank you. What do you think I should do this time?
まずはね、シュウのキャラ替え。
What's wrong with my character? A what now?
そのツッコミキャラをやめてボケに徹するの。そしたらきっと運命だって変わるはず。
What? What does this have to do with anything?
前に言ってたでしょ。ちょっと言動を変えただけでみんなの反応変わるって。
Okay.
だ
Yeah?
からもう性格ごと変わっちゃえば運命も違う路線になるんじゃないかなって。
Okay, what else you got, Yuna? It's worth a shot, I
知
guess.
らないけど、やれることは全部やるんだよね。
Alright, that's valid, fair enough. There's no going back after giving my word. I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be forced to reevaluate my own damn self.
アンナだって結局毎朝犬の散歩をしてたのが先輩への告白を邪魔してたわけでしょ。
I like how you're still spoiling this movie for me, by the way. Yeah. After switching up her routine, she bumped into the boy of her dreams and finally told him how she felt. Did that work for me, too? It's got the butterfly flapping its wings and causing a tornado halfway around the world vibe. The butterfly effect. Why couldn't we just say
だ
that?
からそういうなんか細かいことがきっかけになってる可能性もあるんだよ。
Well, it's possible. It's definitely not completely out of the question. I can't think of any good excuse not to at least try it. probability that I have something to do with this entire mess is pretty high, honestly.
シュウゴ
I'm not saying I have anything to do with it directly. It's just... Apparently this town was orderly and peaceful. Apparently this town was an orderly and peaceful place to live. So much so that no one has a basic understanding of fire prevention. I show up, and less than a month later, this happens. My very existence as an outsider seems to sow chaos. That my arrival in the town triggered the sequence of events is not entirely implausible. Maybe if I had been a better person, none of this would have happened.
そうやって自分を責めないで。シュウが悪いわけじゃないんだから。
Thanks. That's why I feel obligated to do this. An influx of outsiders, no matter how small, will always disrupt the ecosystem. After everything they've done for me, to have their own town end like this makes me feel horrible.
分かった。じゃあやっぱりシュウはキャラ替えね。
Alright. Easy for you to say. There's no way I can erase everyone's first impressions of me.
大丈夫。私がバッチリ指導するから。
Okay. Why do I feel this is a bad idea?
あとはほら、
Because
もうシュウ自身が爆発大好きなキャラになっちゃうとか。
because it is. I'm not Kiri, and the last thing I want is people thinking I'm the bomber.
他には、そう、とにかく前やらなかったことにチャレンジしてみるべきだよね。
I did that last time. There's a seemingly infinite number of things I can try, even if they don't seem related in the slightest. An extreme example would be skipping school.
起きる時間を変えてみるとか、違う枕にしてみるとか。
Can I break the clock right away? That's what you had in mind.
家と喧嘩してみるとか、昨夜とスケベしてみるとか。
Bruh, Yune. Yune.
公園で露出。
What? Woman.
さすがにまずいか。でもダメなら戻ってこれるし。
That's what I do. Perhaps it's a side effect from being alone so long, but her imagination is starting to run as wild as Kiri's usually does.
まあ、とにかくやれることは何でもやってきていいよ。うまくいかなかったら私がまたやり直すから。
That seems a bit too casual.
私にできることはこれくらいしかないもんね。
That's the understatement of the century. She's the core of this operation. Knowing it as well as I do, being unable to help directly must be difficult. I do everything I can, but also if I'm telling everyone to get in my art. This time, I'll have to use a little trial and error and get everyone on board. You guys given me a couple of good
お
ideas.
願いね。それじゃ準備するから。
When it begins charging up, getting into position to better propel me back through time. Places her fingers on her temples and focuses. I have no idea what goes on in her brain to get ready for something like this, but the motions she's going for are the same as before. Guess we'll just hang out, like the last two times. It doesn't take that long. A long time has much meaning in this reality anyway. Nothing to do but twiddle my thumbs and sit back and wait patiently. Whew. I slip into a moment of peace.
ほら、シュウ先生、早くそっちに座って。
Fine, fine. I'm coming. No need to rush.
オルガンを弾く先生の手つき。実にスケベです。
But I do it.
おいおい先生よ。女子に囲まれて顔赤くなってねえか？
And even in our daydreams, we still get crap. Absolutely not.
こらこら、キリエも昨夜も先生を困らせるものではないよ。先生っつっても私と同い年だしな。友達にしか思えねえぜ。
Oh wait, are we like actually professor in this daydream? I thought they were just calling us that. We're actually a teacher now, huh?
それはなんとなく同感かも。
That's funny. The scene that briefly played through my mind was clearly some sort of mirage or illusion. It's the same one I remember catching a brief glimpse of last time I was here. Did they call me Mr. Shu? What does it mean? Oh, wait, is that part of our amnesia memories? Were we like actually a professor before? Huh. What does it mean? What was that anyway? A dream? That's That's very interesting. Hey, Yune, can I ask you something?
ちょっとなら
It's like I'm working here. I don't want to bother her, but maybe there's a chance she's seen the same thing I did. Have you ever called me Mr. Shu?
ちょっと笑わせないでよ
Well, dang. I didn't mean to. She's clearly trying to hold in her giggles as if I said something funny. Sometimes when I'm here, I have these
変
visions.
なの不思議な感じ
Yes?
うん来た
Oh,
よし
I
これ
thought
で
you were.
大丈夫
I thought you remembered something.
準備はいい
Yep, all set. It seems like you and I finished charging up while we were talking. It's that you didn't remember ever calling me Mister. Which makes sense, I
そ
guess.
れじゃいってらっしゃい
Wait. Just before my consciousness plugged from my body, a question pops into my mind. Hypothetically speaking, what if I succeed this time? What will happen to you? Oh yes, please ask her this. She looks at me dumbfounded, caught off guard.
わかんない
Oh, I can tell she's holding something back. Yune, Yune, please. Okay, she's not gonna answer that. December 2nd, Sunday. Is it time for the blackness again? I can't seem to wake up on December 2nd. Yeah, because it's the day after we ate the fruits and then we just blacked out. Yep, December 3rd, Monday. Oh, all right. So yeah, still failing, you know. I already kind of lost count. I think this is round 5, isn't it? Or is it round 4? Flop is already fucking with me. Goodness gracious. But all right, so yeah, we're trying our best. You know, we tried to change things up, didn't work too well. So now we're gonna try and change things up even more. Hopefully that works out. It probably won't, but you know, still just gotta try our best to figure out who the culprit is. Apparently they're planting fake bombs too, so they're very crafty as well. Yeah, I'm very into this. Like I'm super invested in this. It's like going like how I thought, where and like how like it had like this really slow build with a lot of like a slow build up and a lot of intrigue building up throughout the start of the game. That's like really delivering now. So which is how I thought it was gonna be of how much setup there was. So yeah, very into it. Freaking crazy. Goodness gracious. Very worried about Yune. I don't want anything bad to happen to her because I love her. But yeah, I also actually want to say that I really like how it's using like the biblical stuff like for the story in the game because I'm actually Catholic, so I like how like they're using it as like a theme. It's pretty neat to me actually.